Edmonton Sports Talk. My God, I loved it.
My name's Jay Milne. #Blue.
Our sports update deliverer, the Coon.
I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up today.
You know what, Reid?
You might be on to something.
All right, here's what's going on in the Nest.
Rise up, gather round. Rock this place to the ground. Burn it up, let's go for broke. Watch the night go up in smoke. Could be that kind of a night for the Toronto Blue Jays and the Seattle Mariners. Big Game 7 this evening. We'll tee it up for you. Man, oh man, that's been a great series in the ALCS, the Elks, as we call it here around the EST Global HQ. Actually, just Jay and I call it that. Most people are like, don't call it that. We call it that. Oilers asleep at best. Elks eliminated. We'll touch on all those storylines. We'll tell you why. Well, some people are outright mad at Vlad Guerrero today. Some people are outright angry with Vlad Guerrero, the Blue Jays star player. Going into Game 7, he has irritated portions of our nation.
Oh, very much so.
He wore an Austin Matthews jersey to the game. Appropriate? Would have you advised again? Like if you were Vladdy's... If you got dressed with Vladdy every morning?
Yeah.
Like if you and he shared like a studio apartment on Yonge Street.
I get it. I'd certainly get it. It's just, in Toronto, it would probably make a lot of sense. But for the rest of Canada, I think we laugh collectively.
Right.
Like,
little teaser for our off-topic topic.
Little teaser. Coop's got the video of him strutting his stuff
Yeah, I might as
here.
well play it now. This is courtesy. I don't know who this is courtesy. Probably Sportsnet.
Probably.
We'll give courtesy to Sportsnet.
Probably.
Vladdy walking in, wearing a white Austin Matthews. No, does it have the C or the A on it?
A.
Isn't he the cap? Who's the captain of the Leafs? Isn't it Matthews?
Interesting.
So it's not even a current jersey.
Hey, maybe he had it in the back of his closet. It's an old one.
He couldn't afford to get a new one. All right, so that's a sideshow to the story. It's going to be a fun game to watch. Monday Night Football has a doubleheader. We'll be able to watch the 5 o'clock game starting at 5 o'clock.
You know what, Reid? We probably could watch it
the
if I could see the ESTV.
Well, you have an obscured view, which is fine.
Dustin has a mountain of monitors here.
I'm not sure why he needs that many monitors.
Does he have bad eyes?
You're going to have to plug it in over here. So you have to watch on the monitor diagonally across the desk, which is next to me.
That's fine.
So we'll watch the Seahawks play tonight. That's my favorite team in the NFL.
They do.
How do the Commanders limping along, perhaps?
Well, they look discombobulated. Dallas looked really good. Dallas got CD Lamb back, and they had their defense spinning.
Yeah.
Jaden Daniels went down with an injury. Not good.
Oh, no. Who's going to play now?
Well, the backup, Mariota, he's serviceable.
He's okay.
Yeah, he's serviceable.
Was he the number 1 overall pick? No. But he was high. Or was he? What did he go number 1? He went, because he was out of Oregon, was he not? Marcus?
Oh, yeah, he was out of, he went to Atlanta. No, he didn't start in Atlanta.
He won the Heisman.
He went to Tennessee.
He was second overall in 2015.
To Tennessee, right?
Probably. Oh, hang on. 2015 NFL draft. He went... well, he's probably had a better career than the guy who went first overall.
Who was that?
Jameis Winston.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Yeah. But he went to Tennessee, right?
He did go to Tennessee, yeah. All right. I didn't actually watch a lot of NFL yesterday, just with the Oilers playing and then baseball in the evening and just doing some stuff around the house. So I didn't see a lot of NFL yesterday.
What did you do around the house?
I vacuumed.
Ooh.
And vacuuming, I actually vacuumed half my house. I have to do it in shifts.
Wow, yeah, you've
I
got
have
multiple,
stairs. I have
multiple layers.
Yeah, so I get tired. That's my workout is vacuuming.
Sure.
Yeah.
Built-in?
No.
No, eh?
Do you have built-in vacuum?
Yes.
What's it called? Doesn't it have a different name besides a built-in vacuum?
Yeah.
Or am I thinking of
what is
something?
it? InVac or in
Maybe it is built-in vac.
Built-in vac?
So you just have a big tube?
Yeah.
Everything gets sucked into outer space?
That's right. We just let it fly out the house. Yeah. Just goes out the roof.
Oh,
Central vac.
Central vac.
Central vac.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's little ports in the wall,
Yes.
and then you plug the vacuum into those ports. What powers it?
There's a connection at the port
Oh, there's a power connection.
makes
There's
it-
so I've never had it, obviously.
that makes an
central vac.
electrical connection that is then sent through the entire hose up to the head.
Well, there are like 4 people in the nasty chat, like central vac, central vac, central vac.
Yes, central vac. It's a luxury.
Is it?
Oh, yes.
So you don't have to haul a vacuum up and down stairs?
Well, you still have to haul the vacuum downstairs and the hose and then plug it into that port down there.
Okay. So how big is the biggest thing you have to carry?
Not big.
Okay.
Can fit on one arm.
I would say for mine, it's not. It's just you know what the most difficult. No, you have not been in my house. You've been outside my house.
You have not allowed me in your house. You've actually
when you were at my house, you were picking me up and we were leaving immediately. I would gladly show you my home.
Yes,
I'm
you've
quite proud of my home.
Yeah, you are. But you've
the-
purposely not allowed me.
Do you know
in your
what
house.
you know what the most difficult part of my home is to vacuum? It's actually the basement, which has the least amount of living space. Most of the quote unquote basement is the garage, but that's where I come in. So the mats I have around the basement entrance need thorough vacuuming, and then you got to vacuum under the mats as well. So you got to move them aside because a lot of dirt and little rocks will spill over. So that's actually the most tedious part of the vacuuming.
Why?
Because there's so much dirt down there from the shoes.
But doesn't
and
it
stuff.
feel rewarding when there's more dirt and then you clean it?
Oh,
and
when
you
it looks
see-
clean, it feels so good. Yeah,
I would say that would be the best part of your vacuum.
I don't mind cleaning my house. Like I like keeping my house clean and generally tidy. I like feels rewarding to keep it, in shape.
I think we
care about
vacuum
it.
at our house over once a day. Like I'm not even kidding.
Oh wow, that's amazing. See, I
I'm
don't
not
vacuum
kidding.
that often.
I ain't joking, Coob.
Now there are 5 people and a dog in your home.
And by we, I mean the royal we.
The family.
I will get in there and do a vacuum if need be.
Okay.
You see, the sun is at different levels right now. It's peering into windows at different heights.
Is it bothering you?
No, I'm just giving you a reason as to why, at this time of the year especially, the vacuum seems to come out a lot more often.
Oh, you can see
It's throwing
stuff.
different rays of sunlight on different areas that you say, ugh, we got to vacuum.
But your house has 5 people and how many dogs?
5 people, 1 dog that's inside. Like Cooper is inside, outside.
Coops in and out. Yeah.
But he sleeps inside. He's just a
Okay,
little guy,
yeah.
right?
See, my house has 1 person.
One person. And then we
the
have
occasional
cats that
visitor.
come in too.
Yeah.
Cats come and they lay in their cat bed.
Oh, they're
during the day.
filthy
You know what? They're quite clean. Most animals are quite clean
compared to
compared to humans.
some humans, I guess. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
How did we get on this tangent?
We're just going. We're just rolling.
We're just
with it.
rolling, baby.
People like Central Vac. By the way, some of those posts are coming into the nasty chat. That's what we call the chat stream on YouTube. We always have people who are new to Edmonton Sports Talk. Welcome aboard. One of the ways you can consume us is on YouTube. And I'm sure you've used YouTube before. There's a chat function down the right-hand side. I know when I started, listening to the station before I was working here, I was like, what is this nasty chat? Like, do I need a secret code to get into it? Where are these people posting? It's just the nickname Dustin gave the chat on YouTube. You don't have to be nasty. It's generally quite pleasant to be in. And really, you're chatting more with your fellow audience members even more than you are with us. So you can post in there. We keep an eye on it for interesting stuff. If you are on YouTube, make sure you click that little thumbs up button.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb, thumb, thumb.
All right, we try to get to 100 thumbs every show. I think that's very attainable today, given the state of the Edmonton Oilers and the stakes for the Toronto Blue Jays tonight.
Have you noticed that the thumb icon on YouTube is different now?
How?
It looks different.
Well, my whole screen changed. Like, look how I think I changed some settings somehow.
Oh, yeah.
The chat's
You're in a
smaller.
world of hurt over there.
Yeah, well, I unintentionally changed my computer settings all the time.
Yeah,
and Ben has to help me fix them.
Just the font changed, or the thickness of the outline of the thumb has changed.
Right.
I think it changed when everybody's, now in the nasty chat,
They
everybody's
changed the handles.
their names.
You got to go. Everybody has to go in and change their handle again. Like I all of a sudden came up as Reid Wilkins 972.
Well,
instead
yeah,
of Reid Wilkins.
what am I?
You can go change it.
J
though.
Milne -R4Y.
Sounds like you're a droid from Star Wars.
Maybe I am.
Can you bring that R4Y model over here? Boop, 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 boop. That's you.
Maybe I am.
You can, of course, listen on iHeartRadio, on TuneIn Radio. You can get the podcast for each individual show wherever you get your podcast. This show is called The Reid Wilkins Show with Jay Milne. You can email jay@edmontonsportstalk.com, reid@edmontonsportstalk.com, and, of course, you can text the afternoon inbox presented by River Crew Resort and Casino, home of Tap 25 Restaurant, where the entire menu is 50% off 7 days a week from 2 to 5 p.m., 780-218-9999. Whenever guests join us using the video function, that will be presented by the Oil Country Towing Video Hotline. Our colleague Shawn Belle is going to join us at 4 o'clock to talk some Oilers. Ian Harrison covers the Blue Jays for Associated Press. He'll be on around 3:40 to set the scene from Toronto. We have our Pasta Pantry Athlete of the Week today. And Gord Wilson, always love talking to him, analyst for the Ottawa Senators, TSN 1200. Oilers, Senators tomorrow. So Jay and I are on from 3 to 4. Tom takes over the Oil Stream GCL Diesel pregame show at 4 o'clock. That goes until 5, and then Jay and I hopping back on from 5 to 6 to round out this program. Okay, where to begin here, my friend? Well, you know what? I think we got to find out what's going on in the world of sports. Quite frankly, before you and I get too far into this, we need to hear some other voices. It's time for the afternoon headlines presented by 100.3 The Bear, Edmonton's best rock. Stream them on iHeart today.
This is Chet Palmer with your sports report. Time to dump the big dumper once and for all. I think Game 7 is going to be heaven for the Blue Jays. Let's put the Mariners further underwater than my brother-in-law's credit rating. Hey, Oilers, I hope you took extra pillows on your road trip. You've been asleep the whole time. And from what I've heard, a trip to Ottawa is the last thing that'll wake anyone up. Pass the coffee, Carney. Well, the playoff train has left the Elks on the platform once again. Boy, that Nathan Rourke is quite the field general. And did you hear he's Canadian? Boy, is that maple syrup on the football, or are you just happy to see me? I'm Chet Palmer.
Very well done, Chet.
Apparently, he just found out Nathan Rourke's Canadian.
Yeah, well, it's not many people know. It's kind of like, Noah Philp played for the Bears. Golden Bears. Alberta.
Sorry, what's that?
Noah Philp.
Yes.
Played for the Golden Bears. For U of A.
Like football, like you did?
The Golden Bears hockey, ice hockey.
Noah Philp, the guy in the NHL on the
Noah
Oilers.
Philp.
He was an Alberta Golden Bear
Claire Drake Arena.
hockey player?
Hockey.
Like intramural?
No, Reid. Legit. Real deal. Hockey player. Not many people know it. I know. It's not said enough.
I will have to look that up. I'll have to get a hold of the
U
of A PR.
You know Derek Ryan played for the Bears, too. They never talked about it, though.
Yeah, I think that's very underreported. We're gonna have to look into that.
Yeah,
we're gonna have to.
You can verify it on the old Google there.
Really?
I think if you type in Noah Philp,
I don't think they show amateur stats on pages for players. I don't think they'll have that.
Maybe not that. Yeah, that's pretty amateur. Yeah, there may be no record of it, but I remember hearing it somewhere.
You did go to the school, so
yeah, he's an alum.
By the way, were you a Bear football while Knobloch was a Bear hockey?
Nope, Knobloch was just before me.
Because you would have met him probably at some point otherwise.
Probably.
Yeah.
Because he was late 90s, right?
Yes. Was he into the 2000s? I guess maybe not. What years were you there again? 2000 to 05?
01 to 05,
01 to 05.
think.
When was Knobloch a Golden Bear player? 1999 to 04.
Yeah, so I would have been there.
You should have befriended him. Would have paid off now.
That is interesting. Now that I'm looking at this, because we hung out with the hockey team a lot.
You must have met him at some point.
I had to have. Yeah, I mean, I ran with all these guys. Maybe just going to be honest here. Maybe he wasn't much of a going out guy.
That's possible. Yeah.
Maybe he was really into his studies.
Or maybe he just saw you and was like, I don't need to befriend this gentleman.
I don't think that's possible, Reid. I think he would have gravitated to me quite well. I was a likable guy. I am a likable guy. I have no reason to think. So yeah, I went to U of A and played Bears at the same time as my good buddy Nobby.
Thank you for the people posting Noah Philps' U of A career and stats in the nasty chat. You never know if they get if they're new, if they're newer listeners, they may not get the shtick in on the in joke quite yet, or maybe that's contributing it. You can never be sure, right?
You don't know.
You don't know for sure, but we do appreciate
That's why you can't text or type sarcasm.
Yeah, that's why you got to be careful reacting to written messages sometimes. Well, above average, that's Trev. He's in on it for sure. He's posted in the nasty. Just looked it up. Philp actually did play for the U of A. WTF?
I know, crazy world.
It is a crazy world. All right. 780-218-9999 to text the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. It's time for our off-topic topic. This is going to be a fun one. I have a feeling, usually I don't make predictions about this because we never know. Sometimes we think we have a good idea and it goes nowhere. Sometimes we're like, oh man, that's the best we could come up with today, and people gravitate to it. I think this one's going to be good today. The off-topic topic is presented by William Huff. Since 1952, William Huff has provided industry-leading advertising solutions for thousands of valued clients. Their unparalleled customer service, combined with decades of industry expertise and a desire to make every job the very best it can be, is what they call the William Huff Advantage. Visit their website at williamhuff.com or give them a shout, 780-454-4536. So Vlad Guerrero showed up to the Blue Jays game tonight, or he showed up this afternoon, wearing a white Austin Matthews Toronto Maple Leafs jersey. The off-topic topic is, what jersey should Vladdy have worn to the game? I have a suggestion. Now, we were going to say wrong answers only.
Well, you can do both.
Really, you can take it wherever you want. What would have you advised him to wear, or you can goof around with it, or there might be some overlap. Obviously, we're going for a little bit of humor here. Or maybe you'd be like, no, this actually would have made the whole nation happy, as opposed to the rest of Canada going and being like, seriously? A guy who's never won round two. What should have Vladdy worn to the game? Here's my suggestion. A Mitch Marner Vegas Golden Knights jersey.
Reid. Why?
Because I'm being a sarcastic little rascal.
That would be a troll job.
Thank you.
That would be a bad idea.
Thank you for noticing, Jay. I appreciate it.
Well, I'm taken aback. I didn't see that one coming.
Jasmine in the nasty chat. You know, she works here.
Nah, I don't.
Jasmine says Kawhi. Could have worn a Kawhi jersey.
Jasmine, Hangout Jasmine.
Hangout Jasmine.
Sorry, I had a confused.
I think
with the
that's
other
true. I
Jasmine.
think she's changed her name to Hangout Jasmine. Castor 1990. Vlad Jr. should have worn his dad's Expo jersey.
That would have been cool.
Yeah.
What about I think he should have wore a Joe Carter jersey
Already?
just to do it.
Just to do it?
Do it.
Yeah.
Make it public. See, the reason we laugh as Westerners is because they fail in the playoffs.
Right.
Miserably. I mean, it's not like the Oilers have achieved much lately. But that's an interesting look. Right? Now, isn't it now all we need is Drake to come out and say he's put like $1 million wager on the...
Yeah, exactly. Who's throwing out the first pitch? Have they said that?
Well, it better be somebody. I mean...
Well, I think it'll be Geddy Lee.
No. Dusty and they were throwing around on the lock shop.
Because they've been doing the more modern era.
Yeah.
It can't be Gibby.
Why not? He was beloved.
I'm going to throw out the first pitch tonight. I'm going to get out there and make that pitch.
Probably have a wicked arm on him. Who would throw it out? Who should?
So do you think they'll save the World Series champion guys for the World Series?
I think they
Carter,
have to.
Alomar. Because who's done it this series? Bautista, Encarnacion. Who else? I can't even think. I haven't seen all of them. Somebody says he should have worn a Cody Ceci jersey. Yeah, only scores in Game 7 for the Oilers.
There you go. Or he could have wore like something Seahawks, something to troll them.
Oh, can you imagine?
Yeah.
Wears like a Steve Largent jersey.
Steve Largent. There you go. Or Marshawn Lynch.
Well, Marshawn, yeah, who was on the Super Bowl winning team. Yeah.
That would have been good.
Yeah, probably would have been confusing.
He could have just worn a Canada hockey jersey.
What if he wore a Crosby 87 Canada jersey?
Yeah, that would be probably
I don't know
the
if Crosby
best
likes
move.
the Blue Jays, though, but that would have united everybody.
Yeah. That would have been the best move.
But he likes that city. He doesn't care about the rest of the country, maybe. What did he say in his interview yesterday?
Hey, Reid, I got news for you. Most of Toronto doesn't care about the rest of the country. Actually, most of the province of Ontario. Hello! Hey, it's us out here, out west.
All right. So that is the off-topic topic for William Huff.
Speaking of which, go vote today, everybody. It's voting day.
Oh, yeah, I voted this morning.
Yes.
Yeah. Did you vote?
Yes. Cast your vote. Have your words.
Yeah, have your say. All right. Was it till 8 o'clock you can vote? This is the civic election, obviously. Yeah, I went and voted before work. There's a bit of a line. I felt bad for the workers at my polling station, because they said 3 people didn't show up.
Ooh.
And there were 3 of them. So they had half the staff that they were supposed to have.
Oh, boy.
So maybe it took a little longer than but I was in and out there probably 30, 35 minutes. 780-218-9999, River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. The off-topic topic for William Huff. What jersey should have Vladdy Jr. worn to the game tonight? He went with an Austin Matthews Leafs jersey. We will go to Toronto to set the scene with Ian Harrison in a few minutes, but when we get back, we'll try to understand the Edmonton Oilers in the Oil Understood for GCL Diesel. Here's the coup.
.29-year-old Jake Wallman has been activated for the Oilers after spending the first 6 games of the season on injured reserve. He's been out with an undisclosed injury since the preseason, with the Oilers hitting the ice tomorrow in Ottawa. Today's schedule is 5 games on tap. Montreal hosting Buffalo, with Jakub Dobiš taking the crease for the Habs. After that, the Jets and Flames drop the puck, while the undefeated Hurricanes visit the Fortress to duel the Golden Knights. And from Toronto, it's do or die for the Jays. They challenge the Mariners. Game 5 of the ALCS. First pitch is scheduled for 6:10. Shane Bieber to the hill for the Jays. George Kirby countering for Seattle. On Monday Night Football, there's 2 games. The Lions and Buccaneers kick off at 5 o'clock. Later on, Houston and Seattle meet up with Lieutenant Irk down at Selly's Sports Bar and Lounge at Central Casino on Fort Road for both games. Join him for all the action tonight. And out in Montreal, head coach Jason Moss and general manager Danny Machocha have each signed a 2-year extension with the Alouettes. This sports update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc. Locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and surrounding areas since '93. They have doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course, they have plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff today at Windsor Plywood Leduc. The Oil Understood is up next for GCL Diesel. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
2 guys and a goalie.
If not the Oilers, the Habs will be the next Canadian team to win the Stanley Cup.
I'm going to fire it. I would say Winnipeg before.
Still think Winnipeg can get her done, eh?
They have all the pieces.
Matthews, we know, going to leave Toronto, so they're out.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to the Mammoth or something.
Right now, it's potentially Toronto and potentially Winnipeg.
2 guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
We have what you're looking for. GD Liquidators is Edmonton's one-stop shop for new and used warehouse, office, and industrial items since 1987. You'll find what you want when you want it. Give us a call, visit us in-store, or check out the monthly auctions at gdliquidators.com. 100% Canadian owned and operated. We have what you are looking for. GD Liquidators.
Where holiday cheer meets great beer. This season, celebrate at the Canadian Brewhouse. From plated dinners and festive buffets to casual pub-style parties, we've got the perfect space for your crew. Book your holiday party today at thecanadianbrewhouse.com.
GCL Diesel has been serving oil country since 1972. From diesel cars to SUVs to pickups. From farm tractors to school buses to a big rig. From diesel generators to forklifts, GCL can test, troubleshoot, and repair all diesel fuel system components. Whether it's injectors, pumps, turbos, filters, or additive, GCL has the parts you need to keep your diesel running the way it should. For genuine diesel parts at wholesale prices, visit GCL Diesel in the West End or online at gcldiesel.com. GCL Diesel. Diesel understood.
The temperature may be dropping, but the action's heating up. Play Alberta is offering odds boosts on every Oilers game all season long. This is your chance to score big. And for a limited time only, our listeners get an exclusive $50 free bet when they deposit $50 using EST50. That's code EST50 for an exclusive $50 free bet. Alberta wins with Play Alberta. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, please use your game sense.
Honey, where are we going to put all of our summer stuff?
In the kids' room.
What?
Mom, a little help?
Need extra space at home? Get it back with Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Details at sentinelstorage.ca.
Who else? Kevin Pillar threw out a first pitch October 5th. So that would have still been against the Yankees, right?
Yankee lose.
I thought it would be easy to find out.
Massive bird out there. Look at it flying.
Yeah, it's an albatross.
Common albatross.
A rare Edmonton albatross.
Didn't Josh Donaldson throw something?
Donaldson did one, I think. Right.
And then they had Joey Bats last night.
Right. So this series, I think it's been... Because Ed Carnacion did game 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Batista did game 6. Did Donaldson do game 1 or 2?
Something like that.
And they had 2 home games against the Yankees, one of which was Kevin Pillar. Because October 5th, that would have been Pillar, right? So there's still one more guy. I thought there'd be a list or something, but I can't find one. And
so who comes out tonight?
Who does it tonight? Who would be...
Well, they had all the big time
So the last
players.
time they went to this far in the playoffs was 15 and 16, right?
Yeah.
So Bautista was very good on those teams. Encarnacion. Was Pillar on those teams or was he after?
Maybe they did it just, because Joey Bats would be the guy. He probably should have been tonight, but they didn't know if there would be a tonight.
Yeah, good point. Who else would have been there? Yeah, Pillar was there. Tulowitzki, was he there long enough?
No.
Did Russell Martin do one already? I think Russell Martin did one.
You got to roll out Gibby. Who else is left?
Well, that'd be crazy. Is that the manager?
He was liked.
Okay. Aaron Sanchez. He was an all-star. Led the AL in ERA. We'll have to see. Yeah, but Bautista did it last night. We got that from the people sending that in. Anyway, also the off-topic topic. We'll do a couple of these first. Are we getting any submissions? What jersey should have Vladdy worn to the game today instead of a Matthews 34 Leafs jersey?
Somebody said a Justin Williams jersey.
Okay.
Collingwood Rob, a Bill Buckner jersey. Hello.
Oh, jeez. Damon Stoudemire Raptors jersey from Casino Dealer J.
Timber Woodsman said he should have worn a Kawhi Leonard tree planting jersey.
Can you imagine? Just big tree on the front, or instead of a number.
Uh-oh, Reid.
What? We got a winner?
Nope. We didn't have a contest.
Oh, right.
Chet Palmer's brother-in-law.
Oh, Chet Palmer's brother-in-law is texting the station.
Has sent in some quite damning words about Chet. He says, Chet's credit is no better than mine. He gambles too. That comes in from Chet.
That's all he said?
That's it.
Well, that's kind of just like...
He's a man of few
words. I know
words.
you are. What am I?
Well, send us some proof, Chet's Chet Palmer's brother-in-law.
Email to read at edmontonsportstalk.com from Levi Starr, who says he should have worn a number 99 Wilf Paymont Leafs jersey. Do you remember Wilf Paymont?
Wow.
I vaguely remember him.
Adam in Quebec City for the first pitch tonight. What about Roy Halladay's boys? Didn't they throw out?
I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure they did. Or was that in the Philadelphia series when the Phillies were
maybe
against the Dodgers?
Maybe I'm not sure. Well, we'll see. It'll be a bit of a surprise, or maybe they go back to the early '90s teams for this one. I don't know.
Dirty Curdy says, guys, it's going to be the most Toronto thing ever. Austin Matthews is going to throw out the first pitch.
Oh, maybe that's where are the Leafs tonight? Do they play? Do you know where they are, Coop? Check the Leafs schedule. I don't think they play because what's the prime game? Buffalo, Montreal?
They're hosting the Devils tomorrow.
So they are home.
They are home.
Would they bring out a non-Blue Jay to do it, though? Specifically a non-Blue Jay who has not won a championship in his own sport?
Ooh, that'd be a tough look.
I don't know.
What Leaf would they bring out?
Current Leaf?
No, like what Leaf could they bring out?
That would not
current.
Well, you said it.
Well, he should have wore a Bill Barilko jersey.
Oh, well, okay, but what about Gilmore?
Doug Gilmore?
Gilmore, hugely popular.
Dougie G comes out there. Wendell Clark.
Right. Again, there's no Leaf that has won the second round.
Sundin.
Matt Sundin, very popular. So, yeah. Having fun with that for sure. The Oilers not looking very good lately as we go into the Oil Understood for GCL Diesel, providers of the best diesel engine components around. From turbochargers to injectors, fuel pumps to sensors, they are the critical engine component experts. Proud to serve Edmonton and Northern Alberta for over 50 years and now a partner of Edmonton Sports Talk and the Reid Wilkins Show. GCL Diesel. Diesel! Understood. All right. Well, I think one of my things here about the Oilers is that they're very hard to understand, Jay, because they have now lost 3 games in a row. I put this in the chat yesterday at the start of the GCL Diesel Oil Stream postgame show. I said, well, I could tell you that the Oilers have gotten what they've deserved on this road trip, but they deserve to be 0-4. Quite frankly, given how they've played. I mean, Skinner won them the game against the Rangers. Got the shutout. They are, what's the word? Disinterested, lacking energy, disconnected.
I think disconnected might be the word. It just looks like, it looks like they're just not together.
Right.
They're not on the same page. Now, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if practice is going to help when they get home from this road trip. You know, is that going to... I certainly hope that's not the thing that'll make this team tick. But I said this last week, and I'm going to say it again. Are you surprised? Are you surprised? This team has an incredible ability to make things tough. Or to wait till the last moment to turn it on. I'm not surprised. The last 2 seasons, what did they do? Oh, nothing but go to the Stanley Cup Finals, right?
Right.
23-24, they started 1-4-1.
Right. And they were, I don't even remember what they were when Woody got fired. It was like 3 wins in 13 games.
They went 2-5-1 in October.
Right.
That year. Last year, they started 2-4. They went 5-5-1 in October.
Yeah.
This year, they're 2-3-1. They have more points in the first 6 games this year than they have throughout the last 2 seasons.
Right. This is their best 6-game start.
They're on a heater right now. I mean, if they win tomorrow.
Oh, look out. Yeah.
Right. And last year, when they were 2-4, they had 4 home games and 2 away in their first 6 games. This year, they're 4 away and only 2 home.
Right, with another road game tomorrow.
So take that for what it's worth.
Against an Ottawa team that is giving up the most goals in the league. I guess I will say this. You asked me if I'm surprised. I suppose if I think about that a little bit more, I'm not surprised they're having some challenges offensively because I somewhat predicted that. I said there's going to be a goal deficit. I'm not sure where the goals are going to come from. But I am surprised Connor McDavid has 0 goals. I am surprised Evan Bouchard has 0 points. And I'm surprised that the depth guys who have scored are Noah Philp and a goal with a second left from Curtis Lazar, and you haven't got a goal from Kapanen or Podkolzin or even Roslovic, who I know hasn't played every game. It's what's weird to me is when Noah Philp is on the ice, I'm like, oh, good, maybe they'll generate something. But you know why I think it is? Because he's playing simple hockey. Do you know who leads the Oilers in plus minus? And again, I know everybody, plus minus is not the be all and end all, but this is a team that's not having a good year. Do you know who leads the Oilers in plus minus?
No.
Brett Kulak is plus 6. The next best player is Ty Emberson at plus 3. They have a couple guys who are plus 1. Then everybody else is even or minus. Bouchard's the worst at minus 5. McDavid, Nurse, and Ekholm are second worst at minus 3. So what Brett Kulak is plus 6. To me, that might say, the guy who is unspectacular but reliable and simple and thinks out there is leading the team in plus minus. He's not getting scored on, and he's got a couple assists. And hey, he made 2 nice plays on Draisaitl's goal. Remember, he kind of one-handed the puck to keep it alive in the corner.
Yeah.
And then he went back to the left point, I guess the left circle, and made the cross-ice pass to Draisaitl for the tap-in.
Yeah.
So, Brett Kulak's not going to win the Norris Trophy, but he's kind of giving you what he has, and he's playing a simple, honest game as opposed to a discombobulated, let's try and make the fanciest plays possible type of game.
Do you think that sums it up rather swiftly? Is that your bottom tier guys are outperforming your top tier guys defensively and offensively?
And in some ways also offensively.
Right?
Oddly enough.
I mean, there's no question the best pairing on defense is Kulak and Emberson on this road trip, at least. At least the most consistent, Reid.
Probably consistently, yeah.
Right?
Or consistency-wise. It's, I mean, I don't think... I didn't like the third goal on Skinner yesterday. I think you got to find that puck. But really, and he made the big mistake against Calgary. I think those are the only couple of goals you could debate this year. Skinner flat out won the game against the Rangers. I thought he and Pickard gave them chances at least against the Islanders and the Devils, respectively. And then, maybe that wasn't a great third goal against by Skinner. But I looked up, people look at save percentage. In terms of 5-on-5 play, so 5-on-5, the Oilers goalies have the 10th best save percentage in the NHL. But they're giving up shorthanded goals, right?
Well, and Reid, we talked about this last year. And Induced Comics makes a good point. If you listen to Dry, he talks about the burnout from the last 3 playoff runs. It'll take them until Christmas to get going.
Maybe.
You look at the Florida Panthers sitting at 3-4 right now. Right? Not a great start.
Now, the Oilers are missing Hyman and Wallman.
Well, 2 of their best players.
They're missing Barkov and Chuck. Oh, didn't Kulikov get hurt too?
Right.
You could argue about who has the most impact.
Is that playing into this? Is that what's playing into their relatively awful starts the past 2 years?
They miss Hyman, they miss Wallman. But that's not preventing Connor McDavid from shooting from the slot. You know what I mean? That's not preventing Bouchard from making a less risky play in the neutral zone, like the play with where he turns it over to Barzal, right? Like having Hyman or Wallman on the ice shouldn't make Bouchard a worse decision maker or McDavid a worse decision maker. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like you still got to control what you can control.
You would actually think the contrary. You think it might make you more willing to shoot and willing to pull up the slack if you're Connor McDavid.
Right.
It just doesn't seem to be happening. I don't understand that. Nobody will understand that. But yeah, this team is applauded for their, oh my gosh, look at that cross seam pass. How did he find, when it goes, it looks great. When it doesn't continually, you're left saying, shoot the puck. Maybe that's all they need is to return home so the Oilers faithful can
yell at them to shoot the puck. Like even, here's the thing, and I put this on Twitter yesterday. At no point during this road trip have I felt that the Oilers had the sustained momentum in a game.
That's fair.
Vancouver, they dominated, and maybe that's maybe the Canucks aren't going to turn out to be a very good team. But at no point in this road trip, even for like 5 to 6 minutes, have I felt, oh man, the Oilers got this team on its heels. Even the first period yesterday, I thought, hey, the Oilers played okay, but they still gave up that kind of partial breakaway chance where Skinner made the save on the shot that was going 5-hole, and they only got 3 shots on goal. So it's on this road trip, even when the Oilers have been playing sort of okay, they're still just kind of mucking around. They're not dictating the pace. They're not chance after chance. They're not, oh my God, like they're just throttling these guys, and they're not drawing a lot of penalties.
Yeah.
And then when they are on the power play, the other team might get a breakaway.
Yeah.
It's kind of mind-boggling. We'll talk more about that with Shawn Belle coming up at the top of the hour. We do want to go to Toronto. Ian Harrison covers the Jays for Associated Press. Big Game 7 tonight. Back in a couple minutes.
The Oilers have activated Jake Wallman off the injured reserve. He's been out since late September with an undisclosed injury he suffered in the preseason against the Flames. And there's 10 teams in action tonight. Jakub Dobeš gets a nod for Montreal against Buffalo. The Flames and Jets matchup. Calgary healthy scratching Yegor Sharangovich, while the Red Hot Golden Knights play host to the undefeated Hurricanes. And all eyes are out east with the Mariners and Jays throwing down for Game 7 of the ALCS. Shane Bieber to the bump for Toronto. George Kirby is the man for Seattle. First pitch just after 6 o'clock. And down south, Michael Penix Jr. of the Falcons suffered a bone bruise on his foot last night against the Niners. He's listed as day-to-day, and it's a Monday Night Football doubleheader at 5 o'clock. The Buccaneers and Lions hit the field before the Texans challenge the Seahawks from Emerald City at 8. Join Lieutenant Eric at Sally's Sports Bar and Lounge at Central Casino on Fort Road for all the action. This sports update is brought to you by Advantage Sports Medicine. Connor McDavid's got a team of specialists, and you're stuck with a bag of frozen peas. Get the same locker room approach that's trusted by the best in the game. Call them at 780-460-9977 or visit their website at AdvantageSportMed.ca to book an appointment. Today we set the table for Game 7 tonight on the other side of the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
The Oil Stream.
Does this poor start feel at all different to the other ones for you?
It's a poor start, and again, it was a terrible 4-game stretch. It's not. I don't think yet it's as bad as 2 years ago. Obviously, this year it's just like general malaise and disinterest.
Because it's very easy to say, don't worry, this is how they start. But it feels a little bit different.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Running your own small business takes courage, and as it grows, so does your team. That's why Alberta Blue Cross offers health, dental, life, disability, and wellness benefits designed for small businesses. Because we know a healthy team means a thriving business. Join over 5,000 Alberta businesses who have chosen us to help their business grow and succeed. Alberta Blue Cross takes care of you and your employees, so you can take care of your business. Visit ab.bluecross.ca to find a plan that's right for you.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Your home for live music and great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino. San Francisco's own Jefferson Starship bring their arena rock legacy to the River Cree Resort and Casino October 23rd. Celebrating 50 years of rock and roll. Don't miss these classic rock legends. Get your tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement? Bet on it.
All All right, good to have you tuning in this afternoon. If you're watching on YouTube, give us a thumbs up. We're already at 50. We want to get to 100 as quickly as possible. The Oilers' road trip mercifully concludes tomorrow in Ottawa. Senators analyst Gord Wilson is going to join us a little bit later on. But of course, many of us swept up in Game 7. Blue Jays and Mariners tonight starts just after 6 Mountain Time. We will go to Toronto on the Oil Country Towing Hotline. Pleased to be joined again. He's been great to talk to over the course of the playoffs here. Ian Harrison covers the Jays for Associated Press. Ian, it's Reid and Jay. How are you doing?
Doing well, thank you. Thanks for having me on.
Can you just sort of tell us about the overall vibe in the city of Toronto today?
From my experience outside the stadium here, I feel like there's some cautious optimism mixed with a dose of concern about the status of accessibility of tickets due to a Ticketmaster outage that kind of dominated the proceedings a little bit before the game here. But I don't know. I feel like it's mostly business as usual. The Jays are facing a pitcher tonight in George Kirby, who they handled pretty well the last time they saw him, and a guy who, despite his impressive resume, has not had the greatest postseason. They're home where they've been good, so in large part things in their favor as we head into this pivotal game.
Okay, well, I do have baseball questions, as does Jay, but look, we're having some fun here discussing Vladdy Guerrero's choice of pregame jersey, wearing the Austin Matthews jersey. I mean, you live in Toronto, so you know how people outside of Toronto feel about the Maple Leafs. How are people reacting to that there?
I think that there is an acknowledgement that is a bit of a, should we say, there's a lot of weight that comes with the Leafs, as you guys know. A few decades of not living up to expectations. So the fact that he goes to go that route is interesting, especially for a Montreal-born boy. I'm not sure how much he identifies with the Habs. Probably not a whole lot. But that was a bit of a curious choice there. I guess maybe better than a TFC jersey. Who knows?
Any concerns about George Springer and his knee going into the game tonight?
I think you just have to accept the fact that you're getting, whatever percentage of George Springer you're getting, 2/3 or 75% or whatever he can give you, and know that there's no replacement that's going to exceed that. Basically, you think about the idea that George Springer would be leading off in a Game 7 of an ALCS. If you had said that in spring training or even in the first third of the season, I think that would have seemed very, very much a long shot. And yet, today it seems like absolutely very easily the best choice for this team, putting aside the fact that his knee is probably still quite sore. But, he did not get a hit last night, and I think 5 plate appearances. I believe he did get a walk. You saw in that first at-bat of the game where he sort of really set the tone. 9-pitch at-bat that ended on a little foul pop-up on a broken bat. But, just in terms of being a guy at the top of the lineup and a guy who has done everything in this game, basically, has played in Game 7 in the World Series, has been a World Series MVP, has been a multi-time playoff star. He's in so many ways, he sets the tone for the rest of the team and sets the example, and that is extremely valuable thing for this team to have, that sort of calm veteran poise that he exhibits, mixed with that sort of joyful, playful side that doesn't let any situation get too big. And when you can maintain that in this pressure-packed situation, I think it really ripples through the rest of the team and kind of keeps everybody on an even keel.
Ian Harrison joining us here on the Reid Wilkins Show. Okay, so Bieber is pitching. He's going to go 5 or 6 innings, as it has been going this series. The big question here, though, is the bullpen. Who do you see coming in? We've heard that Max Scherzer would be available. Might we see him tonight in the later innings of this game?
It's not impossible. And the last time Max Scherzer pitched in relief in the playoffs, he got the save in a deciding game in, I believe, a division series against Kevin Gosman's San Francisco Giants. I believe that was 2021. Both those guys pitched in relief in that game, surprisingly. It's the last time each of them pitched in relief. I would imagine that Max might be a little higher on the go-to list tonight, just given sort of, the recency of Gosman's last start. But I'm sure there are situations that John Schneider and Pete Walker have mapped out where they would feel good about using either one of them. Having said that, I would imagine that there are at least 3 or 4 relievers that you would rather see come out of the bullpen before those guys, probably. I don't care. Even with the 30-plus pitch 2-inning performance last night, I'd probably still rather see Jeff Hoffman later on than a starter making his first reliever appearance of the season. Same goes for Dominguez and Varland and maybe Braden Fisher as well, who has not been seen a ton in this series. So, pretty much every option is on the table tonight. I don't know. I would imagine Trey Savage is probably the only guy who's not, but unless we wind up in a crazy 15-inning scenario and touch wood that does not happen for everybody's sake here. But yeah, I think that those guys are sort of in case of emergency break glass situation in large parts, but it's good to have them there if you need them. That's for sure.
All right. Ian, thanks for taking the time to join us. I know you got to get ready to cover the game. Appreciate the information and the perspective, and hopefully we're talking during the World Series.
I appreciate having me on, guys. Thanks very much. Enjoy the game.
Right on. Ian Harrison from Associated Press checking it. Like Springer, he looks uncomfortable.
Yeah. When he was swinging at that, I mean, he was wincing in pain.
He dropped down like he kind of lost his footing on that one. So he's obviously fighting through it. I think we're going to see Scherzer tonight, even if it's going well, quite frankly.
Well, that's the big concern. It has been the bullpen.
Yes.
It's been very rough. I mean, we were here, Friday night, watching that bullpen get
the 2-1 lead turn into a 6-2 loss,
get
or whatever
torn
it was.
apart.
Yeah.
So, what do you think of that, though? What do you think of this? 5 or 6 innings max for your starter.
Well, I mean, it's the new way, right? Like they don't go as deep as they used to. It's still specialized, even though you have to pitch to at least 3 batters now out of the bullpen. I would have loved to see LeSavage get another hitter yesterday, or to try to finish the 6th.
Well, he was coming up at a good part of the batting rotation.
Yeah,
you'd think he would have got that inning, but it's I guess, Reid, it's something that they've decided prior to the games or prior to this series that this is what they're going to do. So if they can stay away from getting burned by their bullpen, then
maybe Bieber's a little different than LeSavage because of his experience. And I guess, I don't know, like maybe I suppose a lot of the pitchers aren't used to throwing 110, 120 pitches anymore, right? You get up around 80 and you're like, okay, when am I coming out?
Yeah.
Even if you don't want to. But I think Scherzer's going to pitch. I think they will give Scherzer an inning tonight. I think they probably think he's a better bet than anybody out of the bullpen.
Well, I think that depends how the game's going. Because Hoffman has been good. Like Hoffman was exceptional last night.
He's looked good.
Varland,
the rest of the bullpen, even Varland, I don't have huge faith in.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I mean, hopefully it's.
But another reason now is this thinking too that the more the batters see a pitcher, the easier he is to hit.
True.
So that's why, wasn't it in that 2020 World Series, Tampa Bay threw somebody, pulled a pitcher because he was his 3rd time through the order, and like he was mowing people down, and they were like, no, 3rd time through the order, we take him out.
Fair enough. I mean, that's what Castor 1990 said. I'd rather see Bassett ahead of Mad Max or Gosman in relief. The Mariners have hardly seen him in this series.
Was Bassett thrown at all in this series? Did he get into a game? I didn't think he had. But yeah, he's on the roster, so there's somebody else they could use. But Big U makes a good point. The World Series is Friday, so you can pretty much.
Yeah, you got all the time.
Could you even use Gosman for an inning or two if it was desperate? You probably could. So it's going to be fun watching Game 7. Starts just after 6:00 as the Blue Jays try to make the World Series for the first time since 1993. Okay.
It's Jay, it's play, he's Jay, it's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
Presented by Play Alberta, your home for online gaming excitement featuring casino games, live dealer action, lottery, instants, and sports betting. Now with the new Play Alberta app, you can take the fun with you anywhere. Download the app or sign up today at playalberta.ca.
Okay, here we go again. This is something I've wanted to cook up pretty much the entire series, but we added something to it. Obviously, Blue Jays to win. Okay.
Okay.
Bieber, 5 or more strikeouts.
Okay.
And 3 or more home runs in the entire match tonight.
By both teams?
Both teams. Bomb show, Reid.
Okay.
They're going to be hitting bombs.
Well, they're not in that soggy Seattle area.
They're not
anymore.
in the pitcher's park.
You know what in Seattle? You know, trying to bat it, it's like trying to hit a wet beanbag.
A wet beanbag. I've heard that reference.
Yeah, try to hit a home run like that.
Good luck to you. Yeah. That's a nice number, too. So that was boosted to plus 467. So that's Bieber, 5 or more strikeouts. Blue Jays to win, and 3 dingers in the match tonight. You can find that at playalberta.ca. Click on sports, click on EST specials. There's a ton of different specials out there today. One I actually really like as well is Dusty's play of the day. Amon-Ra St. Brown, anytime touchdown, boosted to plus 116. I did not sprinkle on that. I emptied the chamber on that.
Oh, really? How come?
It's a good bet.
What do we have? Oh, Buccaneers, Lions.
It's a good play. So just know when Amon-Ra scores a touchdown tonight, Glue Guy's going to go,
you're going to be
Yay!
dancing. You and Coop are going to be high-fiving.
Cooper the Corgi and I are going to dance.
Nuts.
We're going to dance.
Cooper's going to dance.
Yeah. That's Jay's play of the day.
It's Jay, it's play, he's Jay, it's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
All right, great stuff. Jay's play of the day for Play Alberta. And of course, we are in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Win big this football season at the Canadian Brewhouse. Score your shot at a trip to the Super Bowl, weekly prizes, and more, plus $1 off Budweiser and Bud Light tankards. Details at thecanadianbrewhouse.com. Okay, we're going to dive a little deeper into the Oilers' issues with Shawn Belle from Hello Hockey. Love to see what he's going to say.
Bellsy.
What's going on with them. He's going to join us on the Oil Country Towing video hotline. We have our Pasta Pantry Athlete of the Week today. We will touch on the Edmonton Elks, who do have a game left, but they were officially eliminated on Friday. And Gord Wilson, who is an analyst for the Ottawa Senators, the Oilers' next opponent, he's going to be on as well. We're rolling along. Click that thumbs up if you're watching on YouTube. Here's the 4 o'clock break.
The Lock Shop.
But Vladdy, 6 bombs. He's doing spectacular things. It sounds crazy. Maybe it's a massive homer take, but I expect him to do something special tonight to us. Like, that's what we've seen from this guy. I would expect him to have some sort of significance in this game tonight. There's no way Vladdy just cruises up and down, and I don't see it.
The Lock Shop, weekday mornings at 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
You've always known GCL Diesel as the experts in diesel fuel systems, but did you know that GCL is also your source for turbochargers and turbo repair? As a turbo supplier for Garrett, Borg Warner, and Wholesat, GCL can provide genuine original equipment turbos at wholesale prices. Whether it's diesel, gas, natural gas, or performance, we can provide you with the turbo or custom repair you require. Turbo questions? We've got turbo answers. Visit us in the West End or online at GCLDiesel.com. GCL Diesel, turbochargers, understood.
Get ready for a feast like no other. 40-ounce steak night is back this November at the Canadian Brewhouse. Sink your teeth into a hand-cut 40-ounce ribeye with all the fixins for just $49.99. Tickets available now in store or at thecanadianbrewhouse.com.
Weiss Johnson, whoa.
Hi, Dennis from Weiss Johnson here, and we're excited to be partnering up with the Nielsen Show and have a special deal exclusive for Nielsen Show listeners. Get 10% off any new Trane furnace, air conditioner, or heat pump installation from now until the end of October. Bundle a furnace with an AC or heat pump and get 25% off the package price. Get your home comfort now for all seasons with Weiss Johnson and Trane. Trane, it's hard to stop a train. Visit WJSportstalk.com today.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
After missing the first 6 games of the season with an undisclosed injury, Edmonton's Jake Wallman has been activated off the injured reserve with the Oilers in action against the Senators tomorrow. While from Vegas, Captain Mark Stone has been listed as week to week. Stone leaving Saturday's game against the Flames with a wrist injury. And 5 games are on today's schedule. Calgary playing Winnipeg. Yegor Sharangovich, a healthy scratch for the Flames. We also see the Wild and Rangers hit the ice with a Kraken, and Flyers go toe-to-toe. Plus, Toronto and Seattle meet for Game 7 of the ALCS. Winner moves on to face the Dodgers in the World Series. Shane Bieber gets a start for the Jays. George Kirby for the Mariners. First pitch at 6:10. In NFL news, Washington's Jaden Daniels underwent an MRI on his hamstring, with his injury considered to be short-term. Meanwhile, Michael Penix Jr. is day-to-day for Atlanta. He suffered a bone bruise in his foot yesterday against San Francisco. And tonight, Tampa Bay, Detroit go at 5 o'clock. Seattle battling Houston at 8. Swing by Sally's Sports Bar and Lounge at Central Casino on Fort Road to join Lieutenant Eric for both games. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your sports update. Hour 2 of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
All right, thanks a lot for joining us this afternoon. It's 4:02. Oh, man, a lot to discuss. Of course, Game 7, Blue Jays, Mariners tonight in Toronto. Winner faces the Dodgers in the World Series. That'll start on Friday. Our off-topic topic for William Huff, instead of the Austin Matthews jersey, what jersey should have Vladdy worn to the game? My suggestion was Golden Knights Mitch Marner. Can you imagine?
No.
Just say one of my favorite all-time athletes.
You know, and here's the thing. We can't hold this against Vladdy. Vladdy, I don't think, knows any better. He just thought he was doing a very Toronto thing.
Right.
It drives the rest of us mad because it's just annoying. And it's kind of funny. It's like, you better check that team before you go flaunting them around in a championship Game 7.
Yeah.
Bucko. But we still love Vladdy. And we still love our next guest.
We do love our next guest a lot. He's joining us on the...
I shouldn't say we still love. We've always loved
him.
Yes.
Well, I can't say I loved him before I knew him.
That's true.
As soon as I knew him, I loved him.
As soon as I met him, I've loved him ever since.
He's on the Oil Country Towing video hotline. Oil Country Towing, Edmonton's most trusted 24/7 roadside rescue team. Fast, safe, reliable for over 15 years. Whether it's a game day or a snowstorm, we work as hard as your favorite team to get you going. Call 780-986-6088 for all your towing needs. It's Shawn Belle from Edmonton Sports Talk and Hello Hockey. How's it going, buddy?
Gentlemen, how are you guys doing? I love you guys both as well.
Yes, well, it's great for you making time for us. For people who don't know, Bellsy will be doing a weekly hit on this show throughout the hockey season, usually on Tuesdays. But with these road games on Tuesdays, we've had some interrupted shows, so we've adjusted his schedule a little bit. But today's a good day to have. But first of all, I got to get your perspective on this, because you like this whole thing of athletes wearing jerseys to games, and Kobe, obviously, because Kobe wore the Gretzky jersey once, but he was known for that. And then what did you think of this, the Vladdy Austin? Or maybe you don't even care. Maybe you're like, guys, that's not for me. What do you think?
Well, I think we all can agree right now, if you're going into a Game 7, Austin Matthews Leaf jersey is not what you want to wear. If he was going to wear something, he could have wore like a Kawhi Leonard Raptors jersey, maybe a Kyle Lowry, because he's a Toronto legend, because he bled for the Raptors. Like,
yep.
Like guys like that, where it's like, hey, we actually have a little bit of some juice behind, these Game 7s. Austin Matthews, like, no disrespect to the player, he's a fantastic player, but we all know the superstition. We all are sitting back and we're rooting for the Jays, and we don't want anything to happen, even if it's just in our own brains. And right now, when you look at Austin Matthews and you see that jersey, I think it just gives everybody shivers.
Okay, so if you were playing in a Game 7, so in your case, I guess Western Conference Final, Campbell Conference Final, what jersey are you? I mean, we'll say you're an Oiler. We'll do a hypothetical you were an Oiler for a while, but a hypothetical situation. What jersey are you walking into the rink wearing?
I don't know if I'm going to wear a jersey. One of the best things I've ever seen is the combat boots.
Oh.
Look like you're going to war.
Yeah,
that's what I'm going to walk in like. If I don't have to do the dress code anymore of suit and tie and look pretty, combat boots all day, because then I'm ready to go.
That's an interesting way to send the message.
I like that, Belzy. Would you put on the bandana too? Like, would you really?
I don't know if I'm full like bandana, but like the hat that kind of goes around, like Navy
dog
SEAL
tags.
hat, dog tags, like skin tight shirt, show off the pecs.
Give it.
Let's go.
Caster 1990 in the chat reminds us of something pretty cool that happened a couple years ago. Remember when Joe Burrow of the Bengals wore his dad's Montreal Alouettes jersey to a game?
Yeah,
that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. And one of the first things somebody put in the chat was Vladdy should have worn a Guerrero Expos jersey.
Yes. See, now we're talking.
Yeah,
now we're talking.
Maybe part of this is, if we win, what am I going to save for the World Series? So who knows? Hopefully we see that. All right, hockey. We have a segment called The Oil Understood. We just did that, and I said, well, good luck understanding this team. I threw a few words at Jay: disinterested, sleepy, disconnected. Do you have a word or some way you can describe the Oilers' 3-game losing streak here, which should be 4, to be fair, if not for Skinner?
That is fair, yeah. I would say lackadaisical, uninterested, they're enigmas.
So who fixes that? Or again, it's oil country. Are we overreacting, or who fixes this? Is this just a matter of, okay, if this was 6 games or 4 games in January, we wouldn't notice as much, or what's going on out there?
I mean, it's a bit of a loaded question, because the reality of the situation is we've all known since the McDavid era started, they are notoriously slow starters. So I don't know why here in oil country all of a sudden just we're like, you know what, this year they're not going to be slow starters. Now, obviously there was, conversation and players were sitting back and saying, hey, we want to come out of the gate strong, and we can't have slow starts if we want to get to where we want to be. But that's never been the case. They've always been slow starters. Even in games where that it's a must win, they still, for whatever odd reason, come out slow, and then they start swinging after that. So are we overreacting? 100% we're overreacting, because it's oil country. Now, I fully understand why we're overreacting, because the games have been just like what are we doing here? And, one of the things that I saw, I was listening to Gager earlier today, and he mentioned, how big of a loss Zach Hyman was. And I fully agree with the loss of Zach Hyman and being an energy guy. But at the same time, as a coach, I mean, even, just being teammates, your leaders, your best players have to be the guys that show up every single night and they drag you through everything. And so if you got Connor McDavid and you got Leon Draisaitl sitting there, and they're the hardest working guys, and they're blocking shots, and they're hitting guys, and they're doing the little things that it takes to win games. It's pretty hard to be a third, fourth liner and say, well, you know what, today I'm not going to show up. It's almost impossible. But right now you're not getting any of that from those guys, and that's not disrespect to them, because I know that Draisaitl scored the other day. But still, I sit back and I say, like, where's the commitment to detail? Where's the commitment to, playing a bit of a grittier game if you're not feeling it? Where's the commitment to just saying, hey, I'm not going to turn over pucks needlessly, because I think they had 21 giveaways last game against Detroit. Like 21 in the NHL is pretty high. So it's just those things that you see in their game where it makes it even more frustrating.
You know what? I'm just going to do one more here because I know Jay wants to jump in. But I brought this up earlier. I know plus minus is not the be all end all, but I still look at it. There's one player on this team who's plus 6. There's a guy who's plus 3. Everybody else is plus 1, even or minus. Most people are minus. The guy who's plus 6 is Brett Kulak. How does Brett Kulak play? Simple, intelligent, understands risk reward. Like to me, there's a little bit of a correlation here, right?
There's 100%. There's a correlation. Like he's a guy that plays the right way, and that's why he's so valuable to the Oilers. Because it's going to sound like a shot to the rest of the team, but it's not. But when he plays his game, like he doesn't have needless turnovers. Yeah, like everybody in the NHL is going to have a turnover here and there, but it's the ones that are egregious that make people shudder and get pissed off. But when you look at Kulak play, he's very simple. He's sound. He's a hardworking guy. He's got a commitment to detail in what he does, and it shows through every single time that he's on the ice. So it's not a surprise by any stretch of the imagination that he's the only guy that's in that plus 6 area.
Pelzy, who would you say in your, let's say your pro career, who would you say was the best goal scorer that you played with?
That I played with? Does World Juniors count?
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
Sidney Crosby.
Oh, just a little guy named Sidney Crosby, right. Did you have to ever go up to Sidney Crosby and remind him that the puck needs to go in the net, and it usually helps if he shoots it because he's your best offensive weapon? I mean, I just don't understand what's going on with, and maybe this is too entry level for me to say, but it just seems like Connor McDavid is always opting to try and make a bigger play when hockey is about pucks on net, good or bad. Just get pucks on net, get that area busy, and generally, pucks will bounce your way. What do you think's going on in the mind of Connor McDavid right now?
Well, it's one of these things where Connor's so skilled that he knows he can make those plays where, like little slip passes through guys' feet, through their sticks. He knows he can make any pass. And there's probably 5 guys in the NHL or maybe 4 other guys in the NHL that can rival him when it comes to making different passes. And the other one's Leon Draisaitl. That's on the Oilers at least. So I think they have a tendency to get overly fancy, especially when they're not playing their game. And because when you see that those guys are playing their game, like one of the things that Connor does well is he drives defensemen back. It's almost like there's a bit of a fear factor because they see him get the puck and he's going 100 miles an hour, and all of a sudden the defensemen are backing up with panic, and then he makes a quick move and he shoots it, or he makes a really quick decisive play, and then that guy shoots it. Usually it's Leon. But right now he's not always going 100% at the defenseman, and he's looking for other things. And that's when you know that Connor's not playing his best game, is because he's trying to be a little bit too cute, when instead he just needs to go in and maybe rip a puck. And we saw that, especially think about the goal that he scored or that he passed to Draisaitl in the playoffs, where he came off the half wall, he made a quick move on Ekblad, almost broke his ankles, and then went across a seam, and Draisaitl one-timed that. I don't see that McDavid. Now, obviously, it's the playoffs versus the regular season, the first 5 games in the regular season. I get the difference. However, that level of decisiveness and just saying, I'm going to make a play here and I'm not going to overhandle it, I'm not going to be too cute with it, but I'm going to use what I'm blessed with, that's speed and my elusiveness, and make plays from there.
Well, and you know what, Belsey, it's like I mentioned, Bush 0 points and a couple really tough games, obviously. And look, here's the thing for me: you talk about simple hockey. Like Noah Philp has 2 goals. The goal against Vancouver, a give and go. Like you teach 7-year-olds to do that. Pass the puck and go to the net and shoot. And then how did he score on the tip yesterday? I'm going to stand between the hash marks and try and hit the puck. You know what I mean? Like it's and they go in. So we'll see. We'll see what they can get going tomorrow. Quick. Well, we started with the Blue Jays. We'll. And I don't know if you have time to watch tonight or not, or how into the baseball you are. But
I've been so into it.
What's that?
I've been so into the baseball. It's been unbelievable.
Yeah. So what's your feel for tonight? Like I think Scherzer's going to pitch out of the bullpen. What's your sense going into Game 7?
I think it's going to be a little bit tighter than it was yesterday. I would see every pitcher that you have at your disposal will be ready, because you don't have an opportunity to mess this up. And it kind of bugs me, because it's like we shouldn't even be in this situation, because if you just managed it properly, we'd be in the World Series. And I'm saying we because I'm on the bandwagon fully. So if Tommy's around, he can deal with that nonsense. But we shouldn't even be in this situation. So now we have a chance to correct it. I think the Jays are going to come out firing. I think Vladdy's got to be the guy that leads this team. He's been the catalyst all playoffs long, especially in the Yankee series. So I'm hoping he can continue to do that. Hopefully Springer, I don't know what kind of needle he needs to not feel his knee, but hopefully it's about this long and they eject it right into his knee and he can't feel it and he starts hitting dingers too. But I'm going to be jazzed up today. So I'm really excited. And I've got the Jays winning, challenging the mighty Dodgers in the World Series.
Belsey, we love having you on the show. Of course, you're going to be joining us once a week, usually on Tuesdays, but we made an adjustment this week because of the Oilers road game tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining us on the Oil Country Towing video hotline, my friend.
Always a pleasure. Love you too.
Right on. We love you back.
We love you
Shawn
back.
Belle. Check it in. Yeah, just, I mean, he's right. It's probably an overreaction. Well, he didn't say probably. He said it's an overreaction to some of the Oilers stuff. I'm going to say I continue to be concerned, though, about where the goals come from on this team, and then it's even more pronounced when McDavid's not scoring. Now, to be fair, Nugent-Hopkins and Draisaitl are actually getting goals. I just wonder, Jay, and you've heard me mention this before, and the reason I bring this up a lot is because in my time, I've been lucky enough to cover the NHL over a decade now, and getting to work with Rob Brown closely and getting to know a lot of other former NHLers, Belsey, Gager, we got a couple here. Like a lot of them will say it's hard to score in the NHL. If you're a forward, you got to score sometimes, even if you're a third or fourth liner. But it's hard to score. You won't score every game, right? Unless you're on the top line, you won't get points every game, or you're not expected to necessarily. But right. you got to have a dimension. Like there has to be something where the coach can say, "All right, I know you will do that, right? I know you can win a faceoff or at least tie it up when we need puck possession.
Okay,
I know you can hit. I know you will block a shot, or I know that." I can trust you to make an intelligent play under pressure, whatever. Like you got to have a dimension. And I look at the Oilers right now as a team, and then I guess that filters down to the individual level. Like what is their I know it's early in the season, and I know there's a lot of guys who went to the Cup final last year and do have dimensions. But I also think if I had been mind wiped of the last 6 years. And I was watching this Oilers team, I'd be like, okay, well, what's their dimension? Mm-hmm. Like they got two guys who have the puck a lot, but aren't generating as much, and they got some other forwards who I think are skating hard and trying, but they don't really get the puck and they don't really create chances. And I'm focusing more on up front here. I know there have been defensive problems for sure. I think the goaltending has been certainly above average, if not very good on the whole. As I mentioned, the 5-on-5 save percentage is 10th. You can criticize some individual goals along the way. I don't think that they're 2-3-1 because of the goaltending. I think it's sort of just some offensive energy and like I use the word offensive thrust, okay, they're in the zone. Like they're dangerous in the zone. Like they're forechesting. It's multiple chances. They're around the net. They're whacking away at rebounds. That's not there. Like that dimension isn't there.
Do you think it has anything to do with Knobloch trying to figure that out right now as well? With all the tinkering and moving guys around, and he's trying to find that fit that will make this team work?
Well, has he tried every possible line combination yet?
Oh,
he
boy.
must be getting close.
It is getting close. I mean, yeah. I don't know. I just feel like they're trying to find who needs to work with who to do exactly what you said. Have those 1.5 lines or 2 lines that can go and put offensive pressure on. Have the third line and fourth line that can create and just be pests, right? And pester you and turn over pucks. I just don't think they found that enough.
No.
And I think we're under, I guess, appreciating not having Wallman in the lineup. I think that makes a massive change tomorrow. Stetcher has not been great. We've said this so many times about Troy Stetcher. He can do as much as he can, and he does. He does, but
you can't ask him to be Wallman.
You can't ask him to do the things that Wallman can do or Bouchard can do. So I think right then, if Wallman draws into the lineup tomorrow, that's going to make an immediate impact. And you're missing one of your top players outside of Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl, Zach Hyman, right? That's a big loss. That's big shoes to fill.
I agree with you, but I think it's more than just the injured players.
Sure. But do you think this is a mental block, or do you think it's just a chemistry thing? Because there's so many new faces. Like Trent Frederick was not a part of that team last year, really.
And what has he done, by the way?
Well, good point.
Got a goal. Did get a goal.
Mangiapane wasn't around here last year, right? Savoy wasn't a regular with this team. Obviously, Ike Howard, Roslovic. There's a lot of new faces. Noah Philp wasn't around here all year.
I don't know if it's a chemistry thing. I don't know. I do think they're trying. Like I know effort comes up a lot. Like they're in the NHL. They give effort.
Yes.
They know, but you do have slumps. You do have some days that go better than others, but you got to try. Like, Rob Brown used to say, if I can steal another slogan from him, don't work harder, work smarter.
Yeah.
Like NHL players are in good shape. They're usually prepared, right? They know they got to skate fast and hit hard, but are you actually directing that area into the right? Like I could come in here at 3:00 for the show and be like exhausted, and you could be like, Reid, what's up? And you'd be like, Jay, I've worked so hard today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you could be like, yeah, Reid, but you were preparing dishes and baking a cake. Like that's not your job. Like, yes, you worked hard, but you didn't direct your energy into the right place, right? So could the Oilers direct their energy into a little more responsible checking and more straight line hockey as opposed to directing their energy into, let's see how many times we can make a low percentage pass per game, something like that.
Yeah. I mean, look, Belsey said it too. They'll figure it out. And to be quite honest, compared to the last 2 seasons, it's not that bad.
Well, no, and I do believe they will play better. I mean, offensive players do go into funks. Some of the things are more noticeable because it's off the start of the season. But I will continue, unless I'm proven wrong, to be concerned about the goals they lost from last season and will they be replaced.
Yeah, right now they are not.
Because
not
Connor was supposed to replace a big chunk of those by increasing from, well, Gazdic said he could get to 67. And maybe he still will. But he's stuck at 0 right now. And we're going to talk more about Knobloch and the line blendering, a little bit on the Elks as well. A little bit of a story. We'll see where it goes about possibly lacrosse returning to Edmonton as well. That's all coming up in Buying or Selling. Here's the Coop.
29-year-old Jake Wallman has been activated for the Oilers after spending the first 6 games of the season on injured reserve. He's been out with an undisclosed injury since the preseason, having the Oilers hit the ice tomorrow in Ottawa. And today's schedule is 5 games. Montreal hosting Buffalo. Jakub Dobish taking the crease for the Habs. After that, the Jets and Flames drop the puck, while the undefeated Hurricanes visit the Fortress to duel the Golden Knights. And Vegas has announced that captain Mark Stone is out week to week after he injured his wrist Saturday against the Flames. Stone having 13 points in 6 games this season. From Toronto, it's do or die for the Jays. They challenge the Mariners in Game 7 of the ALCS. First pitch scheduled for 6:10. Shane Bieber to the hill for Toronto. George Kirby countering for Seattle. Monday Night Football, there's 2 games on tap. Lions and Buccaneers kick off at 5 o'clock out east. And later on, Houston and Seattle meet up with Lieutenant Eric down at Sally's Sports Bar and Lounge at Century Casino on Fort Road for both games. Join him for all the action tonight. In basketball news, Michael Morial has stepped down as the commissioner of the CEBL. This sports update is brought to you by Paramount Flooring, proudly serving Edmonton and area for over 30 years. If you're looking for quality flooring, visit Paramount Flooring's spacious, family-friendly showroom open 7 days a week. Save now on pet-friendly shock carpet with spill-proof technology. Call 780-483-1991 and mention EST for a 10% discount. Reid and Jay roll on with the Reid Wilkins Show next. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
Drager's going to join us. He is your GS Construction Hockey Insider today.
You don't sweat the small stuff. Now, if we're having this conversation, we're 15 games into the regular season, and they're still battling to score, or Evan Bouchard does not wake himself out of this nightmare, then those are storylines that become more of an issue because you've got a greater sample size.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric. Weekday mornings 6 to 9. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
When you cater with Royal Pizza, you're getting the same great pizzas, pastas, and salads you love, just bigger and built for a crowd. Perfect for teams, offices, or parties, Royal Pizza's catering brings real value around $10 per person. Delicious, high quality, and easy. If you like their pastas, you'll love their catering pastas even more. Visit royalpizza.ca or contact your local store for exact pricing and details.
So come on home, Royal Pizza, still making it great.
When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense.
Your home for live music and great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino. San Francisco's own Jefferson Starship bring their arena rock legacy to the River Cree Resort and Casino October 23rd. Celebrating 50 years of rock and roll, don't miss these classic rock legends. Get your tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement? Bet on it.
Since 1952, William Huff has been the heartbeat of Edmonton's advertising world. From humble beginnings to a citywide powerhouse, we've been the go-to for signage from print to design and installation. Partnering with Edmonton's top sports franchises and major events, we've helped shape the city's global reputation. Our secret? Unmatched customer service, decades of experience, and a passion for excellence we call the William Huff Advantage. Visit us online at williamhuff.com.
Why did you leave me so fast? You never gave me a happy chance. Just fall out. Stay with me. Consider me. I know you can see.
There's Jason Milne on the lead vocals.
I am and always will be.
Coop was singing along to this.
I know. Coop knows it.
This is North Shore. Fallout.
I should.
This is the only song I know.
Yeah, you're not.
Did you guys make a video?
Yeah.
We should shoot a. Did you shoot
No,
a
we
video?
didn't make a video.
You guys should shoot a video for it. I could direct it.
Yeah, you should. We should do it.
We're gonna get Taylor Swift to direct it.
Who would be our drummer? Coop would be the bass player. I've always pegged you as a bass player.
Okay, yeah, sure.
You're tall. You just would be sit there quietly playing your bass.
I was thinking we'd use the actual band members from North Shore. Why are you replacing them? They're like, hey, members of North Shore, if you're listening, Jay's done with you.
Hey, with AI, anything's possible now.
Just put their faces on our bodies.
Let's do a couple limericks here.
Sure.
This one came in from Tube Socks. The Elks missed the playoffs once more, a fate that's grown hard to ignore. Each season begins with, this time they'll win, then ends like the seasons before.
Oh, that's very true.
Very true. We had another one from Bronco Nick. Vladdy wore a choking hazard to work today. The fashion faux pas may affect his play. Pitching will rule, taking M's batters to school, and lead the Jays to the World Series on Friday. Well done.
Wait a minute.
Today, play Friday.
Oh, today. Sorry. Choking hazard to work today.
Yeah.
I was laughing. I was so excited. Send your limericks in to Reid at EdmontonSportsTalk.com or Jay at EdmontonSportsTalk.com. You can also text 780-218-9999. That's the afternoon inbox, presented by River Cree Resort and Casino, home of the Kitchen Restaurant. Sundays and Mondays, 50% off the entire menu. That's available Sundays and Mondays, 5 p.m. until close. Today is Monday.
Mike from Calgary on the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox, 780-218-9999. Says it's hard to say what a team's dimension is when a team doesn't even have any semblance of lines and chemistry. That's true. Dr. John says, I don't think it's really effort either for the Oil. They still look at preseason pace. It's almost a little bit of, we have to play 82 games to get all the way back to the playoffs again.
Maybe. I don't know. Hopefully they get out of that. That's a good question, though, about the lines as we go into buying or selling for Damon Bunting, a consistent top-producing realtor in the greater Edmonton area for over 18 years. He and his team would love to help you find that right home or make the move from your current home. Community-driven, he understands what it takes to make a difference in our city. Check him out, DamonBunting.com, Instagram handle, Damon Bunting Real Estate. Buying or selling, the constant blendering of the lines by Chris Knobloch. Like, is it... You mentioned the term chemistry, and what did we hear about before this season? Yeah, we're going to put Connor and Leon together, and Frederick's up there. That lasted, a game and a half? And then, the lines get changed all the time. I get it. But is this too much for a coach that's kind of known for making a lot of changes?
Well, is it too much? I guess I'm going to say yes. Buying. Because it doesn't even seem like there's time to give it a chance. It just seems like, that 15 minutes stunk. Let's try this. Shake the 8 ball and see what comes up.
Right.
I don't think they gave the Frederick Draisaitl McDavid experiment long enough time. They've been moving. He's been moving these lines around so constantly. I just don't. I just don't understand it. Like, you have to allow them to gel, because what have we said throughout? Discombobulated, disconnected, disjointed.
Yeah.
Well, that is remedied by bringing things together, congealing lines, having them build chemistry. So, yes, I absolutely think that just stick something and go with it. You've got the best players, in Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl, 2 of the top players in the league. They'll figure it out. Just keep them with steady line mates. At least in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I think he's so maybe shocked himself at how poor they are in the attack that he's trying to find 3 guys who can maybe form one steady line and then move with it from there. And I said this in the kitchen today when a bunch of us were talking. I said, it's kind of odd that when I'm watching the Oilers games, I feel most at ease when either Noah Philp or Matt Savoy is on the ice. Philp actually has 2 goals, and I think is playing with some energy. Now, Savoy doesn't have a point, but I think he's working hard and is a pretty good two-way player. Even when Connor and Leon are on the ice now, I'm like, well, okay, they'll probably have the puck and pass it around, but I don't know if a great chance is going to come.
They'll probably do a lot of really fast things and cool things and snaps and passes around, but what's it result in?
Right.
But they'll figure that out. I do think... what if you had a different host every day, a different co-host in my chair, sorry. You'd never build chemistry. Like, it's taken us a year and a bit here.
Sure.
And if you went back and looked at our first show, you'd probably laugh out loud.
Right.
But that chemistry builds just with time and working together. So I don't know how it can be advantageous for this team if your coach is always, screwing with that.
It was, and hey, I know I try not to go into what ifs too much, but if Draisaitl corrals that puck on the breakaway and scores, and then they win in overtime, then we're talking about, well, they put it together in the last 11 minutes. They fought back from 3-1 down. So it is a fine line. I did think probably yesterday's game was better than the previous three, just because of they kind of woke up, I thought, after they made it 3-2. But it was a weird, there was over 10 minutes without a whistle, too, late in that game. So they kind of couldn't set something up to get on the attack or call a timeout.
Well, and honestly, Reid, let's, give Detroit some credit. They played some damn good team
Yeah,
hockey.
they're doing well. Yeah, they're doing well.
They looked impressive.
Well, and Larkin's having a good year. And quite frankly, and this has happened on this road trip, the other team's star players have outperformed the Oilers' star players.
Sure.
Who got a hat trick? Horvat got a hat trick, right, for the Islanders?
Yep.
Hughes had a couple of goals for the Devils. Larkin was good yesterday. So, and then you have, and I know Leon has scored, and Connor still creates, but he still doesn't seem as McDavid-like as he usually is.
Buying or selling, Reid?
Oh, okay. I had another one for you. Go ahead.
Oh, go. You go ahead. Sorry.
Well, this one's sarcastic.
Okay.
So, I'm sure people will be stunned I'm being somewhat cheeky about something. The Oilers are distracted by not having the distraction of McDavid's contract distracting them.
Oh,
they're like, wait a minute. So we're supposed to be all worried about Connor's contract, and now he's signed. What do I do?
Yeah, I'm selling on that. I'm sorry.
As you should.
Yes. Buying or selling for you, Cody Fajardo is the Elks quarterback for the foreseeable future.
Oh, I had a similar one for you. How appropriate. Here's the thing, everybody. I think Cody Fajardo will be an Elk next season. I think he should be an Elk next season. I also think it behooves Ed Hervey to find a quarterback who is superior to Cody Fajardo. I think Fajardo's gamesmanship and his pluckiness is an absolute help to the team. I think we saw probably two of his weaker games this season were these last two against Winnipeg and BC. I don't think that Ed Hervey is going to find a Nathan Rourke. I think he's a unicorn, but they need somebody who if he appears to be off his game for a quarter or a quarter and a half, can still wind up having an exceptional game, which is what Rourke did. And credit to the Elks defense. We saw them improve. I mean, they picked Rourke off. I think they forced him to miss a couple throws, but as you saw, he figured it out. And then once he starts putting it exactly where he needs it to be, BC started racking up points. So I think they're going to need an upgrade at starting quarterback. But I also think Fajardo would be a heck of a backup / mentor / safety policy to have. To the people who are saying to me, Reid, what about Trey Ford? I think my prediction would be is that Trey Ford will not be an Elk next season. To the people who say to me, Trey Ford never got a chance, I just shrug my shoulders in exasperation. How many starts does a guy need?
He's had 20.
Right. Was he mishandled by previous coaching staffs? Probably. But this coaching staff pulled him. Why has he never been used again? So anyway, but you asked me about Fajardo. I'm fine with Fajardo being the quarterback next season, but I think they need to bring in a quarterback of the future.
I agree. I don't think Cody Fajardo is going to be the long-term answer.
No.
But he's certainly suitable in the short term. Do you think they try move Trey Ford?
Yes.
Do you think if they move Trey Ford, they have to also move Tyrell Ford?
I think you probably ask him if he wants to go with his brother.
Buying or selling? The CFL Command Center should be shriveled up into a ball like a piece of paper and thrown in the trash.
I'm selling on that. I think it needs to be. I think video review is now a part of sports.
Hey,
I think when it steps in needs to be clarified for everybody's sake.
Like when they misplace a ball on a 3rd and inches, and Cody Fajardo gets 2 yards,
cost a team a challenge,
and your head coach has to challenge it, and the head referee comes over laughing with your coach,
right?
Because they realize how stupid they looked,
right?
Do you mean when Kion Julian Grant got face masked in the backfield and nobody saw it, but you could clearly see it on TV? And player safety, everyone. We better chime in here and call that a face mask. Or do you mean when Curly Gittins Jr. gets his head blown off as a defenseless receiver and the command center doesn't interject? You all know that you hit as hard as you can. I don't like that they're doing this, but if Tyrell Ford can't tackle Brady Oliveira, which was a good hit him in the thigh pad, and it gets called as unnecessary roughness, how do you then turn around the next week, 7 days later, and say that hit on Kion Julian Grant, Curly Gittins Jr. was not unnecessary roughness? It's just the consistency, Reid. The consistency of it needs to be corrected. Whoever's in charge of the CFL Command Center, I'm sorry, but you should be fired. You are not doing your job. You're not doing a service to the league. You're actually doing quite a disservice.
Yeah, I was surprised the hit on Gittins Jr. was deemed legal. Again, in my world, you could hit as hard as you want. But, we've seen similar plays called penalties. I think they need to figure out how often and when it can step in and when something should be automatic. I mean, in the NFL, they have they're called expedited reviews, where it's like they'll spot the ball and then all of a sudden the ref will be, we're moving it up half a yard after video review. Like Hyman shouldn't have, or Killam shouldn't have had to challenge that one.
No.
Because it was an obvious miss spot.
I honestly, I'm asking this honestly. I wonder if they have anybody in that command center that's actually played the game of football. I'm serious. I'm dead serious. Because anybody that can see things like that fast. You need somebody like that in there. But, I mean, either don't call unnecessary roughness, or if you're going to, be consistent about it.
Yeah. All right. Elks are out Friday, 7:30 game against Calgary to close out the regular season. No, this will have implications for Calgary's seeding, will it not?
It could. Yeah, it should. Yeah.
So 7:30 game, 6:30 Green and Gold kickoff show on Friday with you and Matthew Owanek. Buying or selling? You'd like to see the National Lacrosse League come back to Edmonton. This actually isn't a question. This is me to tee something up. I can, how do I word this? What's the wording? I can suggest, some would suggest, it's my belief, I'm hearing, that there will be a National Lacrosse League neutral site game at Rogers Place in the new year. And that OEG may be looking into getting a team. Now, I want to say, I believe this, I'm confident enough saying it on air, putting it on the record, but I still think it's a big if. No, I think the neutral site game, and we might have something on this on Wednesday on this show. I think there's going to be an announcement Wednesday morning about an NLL neutral site game in Edmonton in 2026, probably in January or February. The stuff about the team, I think OEG has probably looked into it. I'm not sure how far along it is. I don't know if it would be an expansion team or purchasing a team from another market if it came to that. But that's what I can tell you.
Didn't we try this already?
We tried it with the Edmonton Rush, who are now the Saskatchewan Rush, who I think have done pretty well there. But I think their attendance has dropped after COVID. And there are some interesting expenses in that league. I mean, the players are not millionaires, obviously, in the National Lacrosse League, but they don't live in the city in which they play for the most part.
Correct.
So they play 18 games. You're flying almost your entire roster, even for home games. And I think even some of the like the staff, like medical people and stuff like that. This isn't like all the players live in Edmonton.
Well, yeah, a good friend of ours is the head athletic therapist for the Saskatchewan Rush,
who play in Saskatoon.
She flies to every game,
right?
But they all do, right? I don't know, Reid. I don't know if it moves the needle.
Like
but
the Rush drew okay here, and they had a good team.
Okay, maybe it would move the needle, but not at Rogers Place.
Well, but if OEG owns them, that's where they're going. Is there enough? Are there? I mean, that's a busy building.
Yeah, but I mean, are you going to draw people out for lacrosse and then have them pay $20 for a beer? No.
How much is beer the same at Oil Kings games as it is at Oilers games? I don't even know.
I don't know, but I mean, it's a kids crowd, right?
Oil Kings is leaning that way.
Oil Kings
yeah.
is leading towards children, so the beer sales are probably down anyways.
Right.
But you're going to a place and paying $19 for a beer. Good luck.
You can get a nice 4-pack for beer for less than 19.
Reid, Safeway and Sobeys Beer of the Week on this show is usually on special on Friday's Beer of the Week, down to like $12.99 for a 4-pack.
Right.
You know, I mean, in this economy, Reid.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Yeah. So anyway, I think we're gonna have something more on this later this week, and I think hopefully most of the audience members know me enough that I like I'm not one of these people like, oh, I'm always gonna act like I have breaking news, and then when I'm wrong, I'll just slough it off. I'm comfortable enough saying this that I'm pretty sure there's going to be an NLL neutral site game here in January or February, and then we'll see. I mean, we'll see if we get a team back.
Well, a neutral site is what? Some sort of a testing grounds to see if there's an appetite for...
Yeah, like it would probably be Calgary against an American team.
Right, but the WNBA did that. The PWHL did that. And they sold out the buildings in both occasions.
And aren't there a couple more PWHL games coming this season?
Sure,
is that official,
but
or have I just heard that?
That doesn't mean that Edmonton should get a PWA franchise or a WNBA franchise, because those numbers just simply wouldn't come out at that rate regularly.
Yeah. Anyway, Scott says the Rush was a neat team, cool logo, but at the end of the day, I didn't see a single game, and I like/respect lacrosse. Chaos Jester says penalties in lacrosse seem to be based on random dice rolls. I think the Chaos Jester probably knows all about the rare play chart that I refer to on Twitter sometimes. El Presidente said Rush games were great to go to. I covered the Rush for a couple of years with City TV. I actually had to do like a Rush report every week during the season. And go shoot highlights for all their games. It's entertaining for sure.
I enjoyed going to Rush games. I actually it is high paced. It's fast paced. High energy. I think lacrosse and rugby are two of the most craziest contact sports available. I mean, you can legally slash a guy as hard as you can in the shoulder. I mean, I'm there for that. I just don't know if there's an appetite for it at that building.
All right, more on Blue Jays Game 7, more on the Oilers, and looking ahead to their game tomorrow in Ottawa. And our Past the Pantry Athlete of the Week is coming up. Edmonton Sports Talk, presented by Play Alberta. Make your bets count for you and everyone else with the Play Alberta app, with hundreds of player props on the biggest leagues, NFL, CFL, NHL, NBA, Major League Baseball, you name it. You're not just playing for fun, you're supporting your province. Play Alberta revenue helps fund Alberta programs and services. Deposit $50 today with the promo code EST50. Get an EST-exclusive $50 free bet to get started. All right, Past the Pantry Athlete of the Week when we get back.
The Oilers have activated Jake Wallman off the injured reserve. He's been out since late September with an undisclosed injury he suffered in the preseason against the Flames. And there's 10 teams in action tonight. The Flames and Jets match up. Calgary healthy scratching Yegor Sharangovich, and the Red-Hot Golden Knights play host to the undefeated Hurricanes. Vegas announcing that Mark Stone is out week to week with a wrist injury sustained against the Flames on Saturday. And all eyes are out east. Jays and Mariners throwing down for Game 7 of the ALCS. Shane Bieber to the bump for Toronto. George Kirby is the man for Seattle. First pitch just after 6 o'clock. And according to ESPN's Adam Schefter, Tyler Lockett of the Titans has been granted a release from Tennessee and is expected to become a free agent on Wednesday. On tap, we have a doubleheader starting at 5 o'clock. The Buccaneers and Lions hit the field before Texas challenges The Texans challenge the Seahawks from Emerald City at 8. Join Lieutenant Eric at Sally's Sports Bar Lounge at Century Casino on Fort Road for all the action. Closer to home, in basketball news, Michael Moriali has stepped down as the commissioner of the CEBL. The Reid Wilkins Show continues following the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
The EST Hangout.
Well, a really tough contest had Edmonton's smallest you-know-what.
Yeah.
And there was the billboard. Because they went to, I believe that was Brewhouse 97th Street, and they brought a doctor, and they went behind a curtain, and they measured, and the guy had a negative.
That's so funny.
Oh, he had a negative. Because I don't know how they did him, but he was negative.
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Got your rally cap on? So do we. Get your home base ready with Sentinel Storage and cheer on Canada's team. Let's go Blue Jays. Sentinel Storage, official storage provider of the Toronto Blue Jays. Try 4 weeks free at sentinelstorage.ca.
The temperature may be dropping, but the action's heating up. Play Alberta is offering odds boosts on every Oilers game all season long. This is your chance to score big. And for a limited time only, our listeners get an exclusive $50 free bet when they deposit $50 using EST50. That's code EST50 for an exclusive $50 free bet. Alberta wins with Play Alberta. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, please use your game sense.
Where holiday cheer meets great beer. This season, celebrate at the Canadian Brewhouse. From plated dinners and festive buffets to casual pub-style parties, we've got the perfect space for your crew. Book your holiday party today at thecanadianbrewhouse.com.
The Oil Stream.
Does this poor start feel at all different to the other ones for you?
It's a poor start, and again, it was a terrible 4-game stretch. It's not. I don't think yet it's as bad as 2 years ago. Obviously, this year it's just like general malaise and disinterest.
Because it's very easy to say, don't worry, this is how they start. But it feels a little bit different.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Game 7, Blue Jays Mariners tonight, just after 6. We had Ian Harrison on the show from Toronto, covers the Jays for Associated Press. If you missed it earlier, you've probably seen the video by now, but maybe you haven't. Vladdy Guerrero showed up for the game this afternoon wearing an Austin Matthews Toronto Maple Leafs jersey, which has
old jersey
horrified some people. Not just because the Leafs are kind of a despised team outside of the GTA, but because Austin Matthews doesn't have a great record himself in 7th games in the National Hockey League. Our off-topic topic for William Huff, what jersey should have Vladdy worn to the game? Some good, serious suggestions were his dad's Expos jersey.
I think that would have been
a
cool.
good one.
Yeah.
You know, Kawhi Leonard or Kyle Lowry or somebody from the Raptors championship team.
Vince Carter?
Vince Carter
would have been a good
Though
one.
he was not on the Raptors championship team.
But he's Mr.
Toronto
Raptor.
legend.
Yeah.
I mean, for sarcasm/humor, I enjoy my own suggestion of a Mitch Marner Vegas Golden Knights jersey.
Strong. I wonder if it is meaning, like, if there was a, well, I don't know. Like, does that mean that Austin Matthews is throwing out the first pitch?
I don't know. You got to go with a Blue Jay, don't you?
You would think, but Toronto, boy, they love their Maple Leafs.
Maybe Vladdy Sr. throws out the first pitch. That would be pretty cool, too.
That would be really cool.
We are in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Taco Tuesdays just leveled up at the Canadian Brewhouse all day, $3.49 tacos and quesadillas. After 4 p.m., you can sip on $5.99 margaritas, $2 off Corona tankards, and tequila shots starting at $5.99. The Canadian Brewhouse studio. Oilers in Ottawa tomorrow as the Oilers will try to end their 3-game losing streak. The Senators having some struggles of their own. Gord Wilson from TSN 1200 in Ottawa is going to join us at about 20 after 5 to look a little deeper into that matchup. Jake Wallman activated off injured reserve today for the Oilers. Like, the Oilers didn't practice today, so we'll see what's going on with. I mean, so this is how it's going for the Oilers. Draisaitl fumbles the puck on a breakaway to tie the game with how much time was left? 2:30, 3 minutes?
Yeah.
Maybe even less than that. And Kasperi Kapanen injures himself trying to deliver a body check.
Tough one.
Yeah. So things aren't going great.
So who draws in then?
So Wallman comes in. Stetcher comes out. Up front. So, Tomashek would, unless they put Lazar back in. I would think Tomashek would go back in.
Mm-hmm.
Well, unless you put both Lazar and Tomashek in, and maybe Howard also came out.
Could.
I mean, it wouldn't take Philp out again. All he does is score.
True. The discussion about the NLL team, possibly a neutral site game here. That Owen guy says, man, I miss the rush, catch the games when I can online, but having a local team back would be unreal. Grumpy Cat says, Rush left as a business dispute, not an attendance thing, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
And I do recall that.
Yep.
Leduc Aaron says, only reason the Rush left was due to Rogers Place. OEG didn't want them in Rogers.
Yes, that was part of it. They would have been playing at Northlands. Bruce Urban was the owner of the Rush at the time.
All-Star RV.
That's right. Yeah. Had the RV dealership. That's true, Coop. That's what he owned. Do we have our guest yet? We're waiting on our guest. Okay, we got the Past the Pantry Athlete of the Week coming up, so we will connect with him as soon as possible. I'm just wondering, like, there are a lot of trends with the Oilers that won't continue. So I will admit that, even though I have, like, McDavid is not going to be at 0 goals for a long time. There's some other players, they might be at 0 goals for a long time who you need to score. Nuge has a point a game. He has 4 goals and 2 assists. Draisaitl, 4 goals and an assist, but you would say that's subpar by Leon standards, would you not?
Mm-hmm.
Just have, goals aside, just have 1 assist in 6 games? That's not a good run. Bunch of players. So the top 3 scorers on the Oilers are McDavid with 7, Nuge with 6, Draisaitl with 5, Mangiapane with 3. Then everybody else has 2 points or fewer. You know how many points Evan Bouchard has? 0. Like that's shocking for Evan Bouchard not to for him to be -5. Maybe not so shocking because we know he's capable of that. For him to have 0 points, like he hasn't even picked up a cheap assist somewhere, that's pretty shocking.
How about the Oilers being 29th in the NHL in goals per game? Do you think that's
surprising? It's that low,
right?
Yes. Even if I thought they were going to drop off from last year, that's pretty surprising. But here's the thing: how many grade A chances do they generate in a game?
Not many.
Not many.
No.
So I guess if you look at that's maybe this isn't like, okay, you know what? They've lost, but they've outchanced the other team. This isn't, okay, you know what? They lost, but man, oh man, they're just firing away. They're not really, as I said, they're not really sustaining anything. Is it even one and done? I don't even know if it's even one and done. I think it's not even get started and done on the attack on a lot of shifts. Or, that looks like a chance. Fumbled puck. Pass to somebody who's not open. Declining to take a shot. That's what it is.
Even their power play. 17, almost 18%.
It looked awesome in the 2 home games.
Yes.
And the one game on the road trip, they didn't get a power play. Was it Rangers or Islanders? I can't remember.
Rangers.
I think it was Rangers. They didn't get a power play.
Yeah.
So, you can't say much about that. But, yeah, the power play is not... Now, they got some new pieces. Tomashek's been up there. I mean, he didn't play yesterday. But, yes, there's just... Something is off. Now, the thing is with offense... It's kind of like baseball. Like sometimes the bats just go cold. That doesn't mean you're never going to hit again. But I think that the coldness of the Oilers' attack comes from some sort of lack of fundamental execution. It's not just, okay, they're getting chances that aren't going in. They're not really getting chances. Like when have you felt in a game they're really coming? Oh, like here they come. Oh, okay. Now, hey, other team. Yeah, you held them at bay for 30 minutes, but now here they come.
Yeah.
There hasn't been that sense.
No, that's, if you could put a title on this season thus far, it would be disjointed.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
They just don't have that chemistry, right? They don't have that second gear where they can just hem you in, right?
Yeah. All right. You can text us 780-218-9999, River Cree Resort and Casino inbox, home of Tap 25 Restaurant. $18.99 prime rib special, 7 days a week, except show nights from 11:30 in the morning to 11 p.m. That is available for dine-in and takeout. We will have Gord Wilson from TSN 1200 out of Ottawa. If you're taking us in on YouTube, do not be a pleasure delayer. Give us a thumbs up. We need 30 thumbs to get to 100. They slowed down. People get complacent with the thumbs. Give us a thumbs up. Let's get to 100 before we sign off. Well, let's get well over 100, quite frankly, before we sign off at 6 o'clock. But let's start a bit of a rally there right now. We'll try to get to our Pass the Pantry Athlete of the Week. Oh, word of the day for Edmonton Public Library. That's ahead too.
My daughters came up with the word
my
today.
Goodness. Are they going to torture me?
No, I think it's actually quite fair.
Am I going to be tortured?
No, we sat around the computer and looked up words today. It was quite nice.
5 o'clock break.
Quite a bonding moment.
Two guys and a goalie.
If not the Oilers, the Habs will be the next Canadian team to win the Stanley Cup.
I'm going to fire it. I would say Winnipeg before.
Still think Winnipeg can get her done, eh?
They have all the pieces.
Matthews, we know, going to leave Toronto, so they're out.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to the Mammoth or something.
Right now, it's potentially Toronto and potentially Winnipeg.
Two guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Weiss Johnson, whoa.
Hi, Dennis from Weiss Johnson here, and we're excited to be partnering up with the Nielsen Show and have a special deal exclusive for Nielsen Show listeners. Get 10% off any new Train furnace, air conditioner, or heat pump installation from now until the end of October. Bundle a furnace with an AC or heat pump and get 25% off the package price. Get your home comfort now for all seasons with Weiss Johnson and Train. Train, it's hard to stop a train. Visit wjsportstalk.com today.
Honey, where are we going to put all of our summer stuff?
In the kids' room.
What?
Mom, a little help? Need extra space at home? Get it back with Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Details at sentinelstorage.ca.
Running your own small business takes courage, and as it grows, so does your team. That's why Alberta Blue Cross offers health, dental, life, disability, and wellness benefits designed for small businesses, because we know a healthy team means a thriving business. Join over 5,000 Alberta businesses who have chosen us to help their business grow and succeed. Alberta Blue Cross takes care of you and your employees, so you can take care of your business. Visit ab.bluecross.ca to find a plan that's right for you.
At Mind360, we invite you to embark on your mental health journey in a safe and comfortable space. Conveniently located in St. Albert, Mind360 has a diverse team of experienced clinicians that offer a broad range of tailored services for children, adults, and families. Furthermore, we are very proud to serve our military, veterans, and first responders. If you're looking for counseling, treatment, or assessment, understand that you are not alone. Contact Mind360 at mind360.ca to book an appointment today.
After missing the first 6 games of this season with an undisclosed injury, Edmonton's Jake Wallman has been activated off the injured reserve, with the Oilers in action against the Senators tomorrow on 5. Games on the NHL schedule today, 3 games to get underway in just a moment. The Wild and Rangers meeting, Seattle visiting Philly, and the Sabres facing off with the Canadiens. Elsewhere, the Golden Knights have listed Mark Stone as day-to-day with a wrist injury. He has 13 points in 6 games this season. Out east, Toronto and Seattle meet for Game 7 of the ALCS. Winner moves on to face the Dodgers in the World Series. Shane Bieber, the start for the Jays. George Kirby for the Mariners. First pitch at 6:10. And according to ESPN's Adam Schefter, Tyler Lockett of the Titans has been granted a release from Tennessee and is expected to become a free agent on Wednesday. On the field right now, Tampa and Detroit are early in the first quarter, notched at zeros after that. Seattle battles Houston at 8 o'clock. Swing by Sally's Sports Bar and Lounge at Century Casino on Fort Road to join Lieutenant Eric for the action. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your sports update. The third and final hour of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
Monday Night Football doubleheader. It's underway. Detroit, Tampa Bay. Good matchup. Tampa Bay 5-1, Detroit 4-2. Later on tonight, Tennessee at Seattle. Wonder what most people in Seattle will be watching tonight.
Good question.
Well, really, if it's a 3-hour baseball game, you still get probably 2.5 quarters of Seahawks. That game starts at 8 Mountain, 7 Pacific.
I wonder if they'll play it at the game.
Oh, I doubt it. I doubt it.
The NFL don't share all that well, does it?
No, probably not. Thanks a lot for joining us this afternoon. Hope you're having a great Monday. Hope you had a great weekend. A lot going on in the world of sports, which is fun. Oilers tomorrow visiting Ottawa, back home to play the Montreal Canadiens on Thursday, and then a couple more road games coming up on the weekend. An hour away from Game 7 between the Blue Jays and the Mariners. We had a great interview with Ian Harrison earlier, who covers the Jays for Associated Press. So Bieber going to start really good earlier in this series. Okay, I think Scherzer pitches tonight. Even if it's going well, I think Scherzer pitches.
Yeah, and Ian Harrison figured he almost sounded like he would be surprised to see Scherzer, just because they would go to Dominguez, Varland, Hoffman. But, as Big Uke pointed out earlier, the World Series wouldn't start till Friday. So use them if you got them, right?
Right. Yeah, I think he'll pitch. This will be a fun game. The Blue Jays, their only other Game 7 was 1985 against the Kansas City Royals. I remember this. Touchdown for your boy. Did you win money already? How much money did you just... sorry for interrupting everybody. Jay
first drive of the game.
Jay just won $10,000.
My Amon-Ra St. Brown, I did say I didn't just sprinkle on it. I unloaded the chamber.
Is the mortgage paid off? Is Coop the Corgi going to Corgi College?
The Milne family will eat this week. We will eat well.
Coop included.
That's fantastic. What a day. What a time to be alive.
He's good.
He's really good.
All right, so you're happy.
I'm happy. I hope people in the chat should be happy because I told you to play this play earlier.
What's your play of the day for Play Alberta from the Blue Jays?
My play of the day is Bieber, 5 or more strikeouts, Blue Jays to win, and 3 or more home runs in the game tonight.
Total, either team.
Bombs, Reid, bombs.
All right.
My fired up's gonna. I don't know what to do with it. I'm nervous.
Can we not
I'm
do
excited.
it now?
What's that?
Fired up. You can do it now. Fired up, presented by Gemco Fireplaces. Proudly serving Edmonton and area for 45 years, the authorized dealer for Napoleon Fireplaces. Whether it's gas or wood burning, look no further than Canadian-made Napoleon Fireplaces. All the Napoleon products you need available at Gemco, 9281 50th Street.
So we're watching the baseball game last night. Reid, I got to be honest with you. I don't know if you're going to laugh at me, if you're going to look at me.
I might.
If you're going to look at me strange. I don't know what the reaction to what I'm about to say is going to be, so I'm quite nervous. I told Maddie about it earlier, and he looked at me like I had 4 eyes.
Okay.
We're watching the baseball game yesterday. Vladdy hits a bomb. He hits a home run. They go through it, runs around the bases, all that.
Okay.
Then they show the super slow-mo of the swing of the bat.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And you just see he got it. And we're all watching. And I forget who said it. It might have even been me. But anyways, somebody said, yeah, he knew that. He knew he got it right off the bat. Like right off the bat. He knew it was a home, like right off the bat.
Okay.
And I went silent. And my wife and I looked at each other and we said, is that where that term comes from? Like, Reid, you and I have a meeting. Let's get into this topic right off the bat.
Right.
Is that meaning right off? Like, is that what that means?
Well, did you look up where it comes from?
I didn't. I don't want to.
You should have looked it up.
Why? Why can't we live in a world where it's because of what Vladdy experienced when he hit that home run and he knew he hit a home run right off the bat? Is that where that term comes from? It blew my mind. And I don't know why. I absolutely don't know why. Would you think when Dusty says, okay, guys, we're going to get the point, right into it, right off the bat at a staff meeting. Are you in your head thinking, oh, that's like, right off the bat?
Do I get a vision of Dustin hitting a baseball to start the meeting? I do not.
So is your mind blown too?
I would not say my mind is blown.
Come on, is it partially blown? This shook me last night. I didn't know what to do. My wife and I just looked at each other, dumbfounded, like we had discovered a new continent. We cracked the code. I told you this was a strange one.
Yeah, it is a strange one. Well, okay. AI says the idiom right off the bat originates from baseball.
Yes.
Referring to the moment a ball is hit by a bat and leaves it immediately. The literal action of instant contact and action evolved into its figurative meaning of something happening immediately, instantly, or without delay. The phrase became popular in American English due to baseball's cultural significance. Apparently, this phrase became common in the late 19th century when there started to be more baseball.
Buddy, I mean, this is just like, I've never felt so much clarity in my life.
That's great. Well, that's cool.
But it was used in the proper way. Somebody said Vladdy knew that was gone right off the bat.
Right off the bat. Yes. Instantly.
And
as soon as he hit it.
I didn't even want to look it up because I wanted to live in a world where that's where that term comes from. Now, whenever you say, well, we'll get to it right off the bat, you're never going to think of it again without thinking of Vladdy hitting that home run.
If someone ever says that to you, they want to do something right off the bat, you're going to delay it happening by explaining what the meaning of that thing.
I will take 5 minutes to tell this whole story again.
Yeah, before we get to it right off the bat, do you know where that saying comes from? Let me tell you.
But your mind is partially blown.
I would not say my mind is partially blown, Jay. I'm sorry. I think it's somewhat interesting. Now, you used it spontaneously.
It was funny in the instant because
it's like you were back in the 1800s.
Yeah, Johnny, right off the bat,
being the first person. Yeah, you were like
Chet Palmer.
You're calling on you're typing it in on the telegraph machine. He got to it right off the bat.
I think Chet Palmer should use.
He knew it was gone right off the bat.
Right off the bat in his sports, afternoon headlines or sports headlines. Yeah. I'm sorry, Reid, but it just.
Although you have nothing to be sorry for,
Jay. It just took me.
You're an enriched man.
I feel like Einstein. I feel like I cured an incurable disease. I just feel like I could do anything right now.
Oh, that's really good. That's really good. I remember when I was binding Jade Milne's autobiography. He had an interesting chapter on the origin of phrases, including a personal revelation about the origin of the phrase right off the bat. His mind was blown, as he would say. I would not use that phrasing myself.
Why not?
Look at these hands. I'll bind your book right off the bat. No, I won't. I can't bind them that quickly. Who do you think I am? Super binder?
I'm going to start using that
I'm just
phrase.
a man, not a machine. Oh, my goodness. Well, I'm awesome that happened. Who watches the game in your house?
We're all watching.
All five? And Coop?
Yeah, I did some ribs on the smoker yesterday. 3-2-1 ribs.
Oh, yeah?
Beautiful recipe.
What time of the day do you put those on?
Put them on at 11 a.m.
And they're done by 6
Yeah.
p.m.?
3 hours at one heat. Take them off, wrap them, 2 hours at a higher heat. And then take them out, unwrap them, lather them with barbecue sauce, 1 hour. What? They're called 3-2-1 ribs.
No, that's not why I'm laughing. So, do you remember Tim McCarver, who passed away? He was a great baseball commentator.
Okay, yes.
And what was his voice? It wasn't, I don't want to do Chet's, but he would sort of explain obvious things sometimes. So then my buddy and I would do like, the phrase right off the bat means just that. It's a ball that comes right off the bat. That would be his explanation.
Now,
so then we would do simple things like a game 7 is the 7th game of a best of 7 series. But not all best of 7 series go 7 games. It requires each team to win 3 before the other team can win 4. That's how you arrive at a game 7.
Okay, I get it. You're making fun of me now.
No, I'm not making fun of you.
Yeah. I
fun
came
of
to you with a revelation of something that I thought
got to do McCarver.
Was really cool, and it blew my mind.
It is cool.
You don't think it's cool. You're just being nice.
No, I don't think it's cool, but I'm not just being nice. I'm just happy you're happy.
What are you fired up about?
Oh, nothing. You said you had one, so I didn't do one.
Yeah, I mean, it just blew my mind.
McDiesel says, I just realized what straight out of Compton means. Hula Boy Steve says, this reminds me of when my coworker was amazed at the word upside down because the upside is now facing down. Yes. What else would upside down mean?
I don't know. Like that word up dog.
What's up, dog? Oh, my goodness. All right. It's 5:17. We're having a very fun afternoon. The Oilers, by the way, did not skate today. They have a morning skate tomorrow. They will play the Ottawa Senators. In about 3 or 4 minutes, we'll connect with Gord Wilson, who covers the Senators for TSN 1200. Blue Jays game, less than an hour. I was going to say 85, they played the Royals. That was the year the CS round, the league championship round, expanded from 5 to 7 games, and the Blue Jays were up 3-1, so they would have won the series the previous year. Instead, they lost in 7. And I believe the Royals also came back from 3-1 down in the World Series to beat the Cardinals, the Cardinals. You getting some text messages?
Yeah. Jason Stevens says, Jay, you were great. This show is great. Thank you. I think I feel some support for right off the bat.
Well, no, I think it's interesting that you had that revolution.
Well, right off the bat, he sends a text message.
I can't match your level of enthusiasm. I can't lie about it.
Yeah, it was kind of you had to be there thing.
Yeah, which is fine.
It is fine.
Which is fine. And because I've never been allowed in your house.
Oh, get off it.
But I actually went to your house. You just came to pick me up. I actually went to your house and was walking around the yard.
Yeah, we showed you around.
No mention of coming in the house.
Well, because it was.
You're probably like, April, he might have lice. I haven't known him very long.
Yeah.
He probably has some sort of body insect. Lice or otherwise. Probably worse than lice.
Big Dave says, did you assume that saying came from people hitting things off of an actual bat? Like an animal?
Like an animal, yeah.
Maybe.
Oh, my. We better break because we got Gord Wilson coming up. We're having a blast. It's Edmonton Sports Talk presented by Play Alberta.
.29-year-old Jake Walman has been activated for the Oilers after spending the first 6 games of the season on injured reserve. He's been out since the preseason with an undisclosed injury he suffered against the Flames. And right now, Two games are underway. The Wild and Rangers, about 7 minutes into the first period. Jonas Brodin scoring for the Wild. Artemi Panarin finding one for the Rangers. Out games tied at 1 apiece and scoreless. About 6 minutes into the game, it's 4-4 between the Kraken and Flyers. After that, Jakub Dobiš gets a start for the Canadians as they host the Sabres at 5:30. From Toronto, it's do or die for the Jays. They challenge the Mariners. Game 7 of the ALCS. First pitch is scheduled for 6:10. Shane Bieber to the hill for Toronto. George Kirby countering for Seattle. And Monday Night Football has 2 games from Detroit. The Lions and Buccaneers are underway. Detroit up 7-0. About 9 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Later on, Houston and Seattle meet up with Lieutenant Eric at Sally's Sports Bar and Lounge at Century Casino on Fort Road for both games. Join him for all the action there tonight. We preview tomorrow's Oilers versus Senators game on the other side of the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
EST Afternoons.
Uninspiring, listless Oilers team, and I don't understand it.
It's shortcutted effort. It's taking the easy route. It's a lot easier to take the puck into the zone, get to the top of the circles, and button hook. That's easy. Taking the puck, that extra stride, taking it and trying to go to the net with it, that's hard. There's so many shortcuts with this team right now.
EST Afternoons, weekday afternoons 1 to 3, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Where holiday cheer meets great beer. This season, celebrate at the Canadian Brewhouse. From plated dinners and festive buffets to casual pub-style parties, we've got the perfect space for your crew. Book your holiday party today at thecanadianbrewhouse.com.
The Oil Stream.
Does this poor start feel at all different to the other ones for you?
It's a poor start, and again, it was a terrible 4-game stretch. It's not. I don't think yet it's as bad as 2 years ago. Obviously, this year it's just like general malaise and disinterest.
Because it's very easy to say, don't worry, this is how they start. But it feels a little bit different.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Okay, hope you're having a great Monday afternoon. We're counting you down to Game 7 between the Blue Jays and the Mariners. That one starts shortly after we sign off at 6 o'clock. The Edmonton Elks season, didn't end. The playoff hopes came to an end with the loss to BC Friday night. They will host Calgary on Friday. Still playoff positioning to be decided in the Canadian Football League. And, of course, the Oilers tomorrow at Ottawa. It'll be a 4 o'clock GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show here on Edmonton Sports Talk. And Tom and the boys will be on after the game as well for the GCL Diesel Oil Stream postgame show. Jay and I will have this show from 3 to 4, interrupted by the Oil Stream pregame show. And then we'll wrap it up from 5 to 6. As the Oilers try to get back in the win column, the Ottawa Senators will be trying to... Well, the Senators are 2-4, having their own struggles of their own. And we're going to talk with Gord Wilson here in a couple of seconds. Of course, we're in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Win big this football season at the Canadian Brewhouse. Score your shot at a trip to the Super Bowl, weekly prizes, and more. $1 off Budweiser and Bud Light tankards. Details at thecanadianbrewhouse.com. You were watching the Jays game at home?
Yeah.
We'll probably miss the first inning, both of us.
Yeah, I'll listen to it in the car, though.
Ben Schulman?
I got Sirius.
And so do you get the Sportsnet 590 feed? Is it Sportsnet? But Ben,
I don't know.
Ben Schulman is Dan Schulman's son. He's the radio play-by-play guy.
I believe if I go to ESPN Radio, it'll be on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Actually, maybe it won't because Monday Night Football. So I might have to go to the MLB Network.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you'll find it one way or the other.
You know what, Reid? If there's one person that'll find it, it's me.
All right. Always a pleasure to talk to this gentleman. He's the analyst for the Ottawa Senators broadcasts on TSN 1200. Gord Wilson joining us on the phone today. Gord, it's Reid and Jay. How are you doing?
All the better now. Thank you. Thanks for the invite to the show. Much appreciated.
Always love talking to you. Glad to have you on the show. How is Blue Jays mania there? Like, it's funny with Toronto, right? Because most of the rest of Canada hates the Leafs, complains about Toronto being the center of the universe. Yet if it's Raptors or Blue Jays, everybody jumps on board. What's it like in Ottawa?
Yeah, here in Ottawa, it's not just hate the Leafs, it's just hate Toronto, period, right? Anything to do with Toronto, it's not very favorable here in the nation's capital. That being said, lots of bandwagon jumpers, without question, for Blue Jays. Representing the country, so how can you complain about that? And it's just been a marvelous run and extremely fun to watch. Yeah, there's no question about that. So fingers crossed that they're able to be a Toronto team that can win a Game 7. The Leafs have certainly proved that they can't. I was a little bit disconcerted to see
Oh, do we have him?
Hey?
Oh,
Yep,
we lost you for a sec. You're back, though. Sorry. Go ahead. Yep.
Building wearing an Austin Matthews jersey, and the caption is Austin Matthews has never won a Game 7. He's played in 6 of them, has only 3 assists and is a -4. That's the only statistic that really stood out to me more than anything else going into this game. So anyway, fingers crossed that they can get the job done and head to the World Series.
Yeah, well, we've been having a lot of fun with the Matthews jersey on this show today for sure. But to shift gears to the hockey game tomorrow, so the Oilers are 2-3-1, kind of limping along. The Senators are 2-4. I guess the thing that stood out to me initially, Gord, and maybe you can dive a little deeper into it, looks like the Senators are giving up a ton of goals. What's going on there?
Accurate. Correct. Exactly, Reid. 30 goals so far in the first 6 games, and it's just unacceptable. There have been some squeaky goals, some bad goals that have gone through Linus Ullmark. His backup goaltender, Levi Merilainen, who really, some people say saved the season. Was December 22nd when the Senators were in Edmonton, and Linus got yanked after the first period. Back spasm or a back issue, and he was not missed 19 games. Levy came in, he got called up for
Okay, we're gonna have to reconnect with Gord because we keep losing the signal there. So Kubo, look into that. Yeah, Ottawa this season 5-4 win, 6-2 loss, 4-1 loss, 8-4 loss to Buffalo. 4-3 shootout win over Seattle, and then a 5-4 loss to the New York Islanders. So, yeah, they're giving up a ton of goals. They do have Shane Pinto already with 7 goals on the season.
Yeah, I was going to ask him about that. He's off to a hot start.
We'll have to touch on that as well. Brady Tkachuk obviously is injured, so that's for them. But high expectations for Ottawa, right? Got into the playoffs last year, and kind of them and maybe Montreal could be talked about together because they were both Canadian teams. They got into the playoffs last year, played with a lot of energy. The Canadians are 4-2. I watched a lot of their game against the Rangers the other night. They did blow a lead and lost that game, but the Canadians can come at you.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's a bit of a concerning game for me with the Oilers getting back home on Thursday. Ottawa clearly though having some challenges. And Gord saying that the goaltending for the Senators hasn't been that great out of the gate here this season. Well, as you look at Edmonton's goaltending, I wouldn't say that's a primary problem.
No.
While they're 2-3-1. So
what is it? 5 goals per game they're averaging?
Yeah.
Against.
Yeah.
Well, not good.
All right, we got him again, Coop. Okay. We'll try him again. So the Oilers have the Canadians tomorrow. Montreal on what day of the week is it? Thursday, and then a couple road games on the weekend as they're going to try to get back on track. Jake Wallman has been activated off injured reserve, so we'll see if there's a subsequent roster move for that. The Oilers did not skate today. Okay, we got him. Sorry about that, Gord. We're still we're still getting used to the new technology of cell phones out here in Western Canada.
Yeah, well, apparently Canada's lovely cell networks are as well. So that's it's all good. We're on a landline now.
Okay, and we got the start of your answer about all the goals against, but you kind of faded out. So you mentioned some tough goals against by the goaltenders, but are they having some issues defending or with turnovers as well?
Yeah, whole team effort is our team system, I guess, is what's really bothersome, I think, right now to Travis Green. I think David Perron said something very interesting during the team meeting today, and this followed the 5-4 loss to the Islanders on Saturday, and it was a back and forth. The Senators continued to get a lead and then squander it. They really just could not hold serve at all, and the fifth goal, the winning goal by the Islanders, was a squeaker through Linus Ullmark. It wasn't a good goal. He spent about 11 minutes talking to the media and talking about that particular goal and where his game's at, and he's not happy with it, and that goal bothered him a little more than most goals against have done so far this season. So with that in mind, they're obviously looking for better goaltending, but at the same time, what David Perron said was, we have to rebuild our identity every year. In other words, what got them successful last year, playing a fast, hard-to-play-against team and a resilient squad and a team that really did believe in its system and locked itself into its system, regardless of the score, and they ended up on the right end of most games last year and finishing with 97 points and getting into a playoff spot. They haven't done that yet. And my guess is they're really going to emphasize system play and process. We've heard this before too, right? Around the league, it's a process-driven league, and not worry about the end result before it happens. And I think if the Senators can play that way, and especially tomorrow against the Oilers, because they're going to be a hungry dog in the fight, they might have themselves a chance, but they just have to stop focusing in on the end result and play the right way, I guess.
You know what, Gord? I'm gonna say this. I don't know if the Oilers are going to be a hungry dog in a fight. I know why you said that, and they should be, but that's sort of the problem with Edmonton. And I do have a question or something to tee up for, but I'm just going to give you some context of what I've seen here. They didn't play well against the Rangers. Stuart Skinner bailed them out, and I'm thinking, okay, you know what? Their goalie got them 2 points. They're going to be coming out and saying, okay, Stu won us a game. We gotta get him one back against the Islanders, and instead they gave up multiple breakaways and lost again. And I love that you shared that about Perron saying we have to rebuild our identity, because I think the Oilers are trying to find it. And I said earlier in the show when Jay and I were chatting, I don't know what the dimension is of a lot of players on the team. Do you know what I mean? Like, most guys don't score very often, so you better have a dimension, right?
Right, and it doesn't help that your captain with 19 shots and a 0% shooting percentage leads the team in shots and has 0 goals, right? There's a mindset that goes in with every player thinking, okay, I've got to do my job. But you know what? My job might be a little easier if 97-29 contribute maybe a little bit more. And that hasn't been the case, certainly from the captain. And it's interesting because I have on in the background during this phone call yesterday's game against Detroit, and it was a 4-2 game, and I'm at the 3-1 point. They certainly have, 3 shots on goal in the first period, and this is supposed to be, you're right, a hungry team, a desperate dog team, and 3 shots on goal in the first period. And I realize Detroit's playing well, but my goodness. And everybody, this is a challenge that Edmonton faces and the Florida Panthers face, but they're used to it because it's been back-to-back Cup finals for both teams. Every team gets up for the Edmonton Oilers, and every team gets up for the Florida Panthers. So they have to be used to it. And even though it is early can get late in an awful hurry. And there's no concern, I don't think at all, and there shouldn't be in Edmonton about the Oilers making the playoffs. But this is another slow start for the Senators, if I can come full circle here. And they are notoriously slow in starting seasons. And without their captain for the next 5 or 6 weeks, it could turn dire here. And I don't think you can use the word dire for an Edmonton team that's lost 3 in a row in the first 2 weeks of the season.
Okay, and I was going to ask you about Tkachuk, so it's still that long, before he's back?
Yeah, I talked to him today. His right hand is in a cast. He had thumb surgery, and his right hand is in a cast, but I believe he's going to get the cast off this week. And, if there's a silver lining to a thumb injury for a hockey player, it means he can skate, and he's not going to lose his conditioning as far as skating is concerned. My guess is he'll be back on the ice I think the hope is he's back on the ice on Wednesday. The media is going to get a chance to talk to him on Wednesday, and very, very disappointing, but the, I guess, short-term prognosis of 6 to 8 weeks is a lot better than a long-term prognosis that, could have stretched into, and as soon as it happened and we got wind that he was going to be out, we all thought of the Olympics as well.
Oh, right.
And it's going to be such a big part of the Olympic team, Team USA, and the Olympics in general. So I know he was pretty excited about it, and at least there's the possibility, a strong possibility, that he won't miss it, at least because of this thumb injury.
Okay. Well, Gord, always love chatting with you. Enjoy watching the rest of the Oilers game from yesterday. And I won't spoil the ending for you.
No, I know it. They gave up another one.
Well, I don't know if you saw the highlights, but you'll see it. Leon Draisaitl had a breakaway down 3-2 and lost the puck.
And how often have you seen that over the course of his career, right? Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, for sure. I'll tell you, Tim Stützle spoke glowingly of Leon. They've bonded. They've forged a pretty good friendship. I think they talk an awful lot, or text at least an awful lot throughout the course of the season. I mean, almost on a weekly basis, if not daily basis. So it's going to be, and I can tell you, Tim Stützle is very excited to get a chance to go up against him tomorrow.
Yeah, well,
should be fun.
Yeah, two teams looking for a win here for sure. Hey, we love having you. Have a great call tomorrow. Enjoy the Jays game tonight as well. We'll talk to you soon, Gord.
Sounds good. Thank you, fellas. Cheers.
Right on. Gord Wilson checking in, Senators analyst on TSN 1200. Love talking to him. Great perspective. Linus Allmark is 2-3 with a 3.99 goals against average and an 848 save percentage. Levi Merilainen, the other goaltender for the Sens, has just played one game. 7.23 goals against average, 731 save percentage. So they're not getting the stops right now. So, yeah, you'd think, okay, yeah, the Oilers are going to jump on these guys. Oh, yeah, the Oilers they're feeling down. We're hungry dogs. Let's beat up on this wounded animal. I don't know if the Oilers have that mentality. I really don't.
Well, why would you think they do right now?
I don't.
Yeah.
It's like, no. Let's let's feel our way into the game. See if we can not get scored on. Yeah, I don't know. 3 shots in a period. Oh, well. Like, that's how the Oilers sort of look. Oh, well. Oh, that sucks. Oh, we lost again. Oh, now I'm mad. I won't be mad by the time the next game starts. Would you say there's a certain amount? Now, look, it is a long season. It's not the same as the playoffs. I get all that. But to me, there's a certain amount of baseline emotion that is required to play a National Hockey League game.
I don't think it's coming from their leadership. I think the leadership core of this team is currently letting the rest of the team down. Fair to say? Emotionally, physically, engaged, everything.
Right. So is this kind of unique? And look, of course, Draisaitl, McDavid, Ekholm, Bouchard, Nude, like they're not perfect. But is this, not that this is an extended stretch, but it's certainly 4 games on this road trip that they haven't looked very good. Mm-hmm. Again, they should have lost to the Rangers. Skinner stole that game. So is this sort of flipped of how it has been in the past when the Oilers have had a rough spell, when we've been saying as observers, well, geez, Leon and Connor have the puck in the other team's end the whole night and get 2 or 3 goals, and the other guys suck so much they lose 4-3 or 5-3. Is this the now Draisaitl and Nuge have scored, obviously, and it's not as if McDavid isn't involved in the offense with assists, but are we kind of more saying, my God, like they're losing to the other team's star players, like Larkin and Horvat and Jack Hughes are outplaying the Oilers' top guys.
That's an interesting point, Reid. What a turn of events, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's not usually the way that you and I are talking about this team. It's everybody else that's got to pick up their play. Leon and Connor can't do it all. Well, and maybe that's a good thing, Reid. maybe that is a good thing that the players you wouldn't expect, the Kulaks, the Savoys, Henrique, I thought has been pretty good. I mean, he's shown his worth in the face-off dot alone. But they're pulling their weight.
Yeah.
It's surprising that the top dogs aren't.
Right.
But it's also you could say in the same breath that you're more confident that the top dogs will get back to where they should be.
Well, you would think it'll happen at some point.
Tomorrow night, Reid.
And maybe now again, the last 12 minutes of the third period, I'm not saying was great, but I did think I think I used the word pep on Twitter, and maybe that long stretch without a whistle helped them because it's like, hey, we got to go. Like we just got back within one, we got to go.
Yeah,
we got to get back into a flow here of doing something. You mentioned Henrique. I think he was cutting to the net and was open. I think Leon tried to hit him cutting to the net late, and then obviously Leon lost the handle on the breakaway that would have given them a chance to tie the game. So I do think they will turn it around. Ottawa is clearly going through some struggles of their own, but it's been kind of mystifying watching the Oilers for the last few games. Do you like? Am I out to lunch saying that I'm surprised they didn't rally after Skinner's big performance against the Rangers?
No, you're not out to lunch, Reid. That's human nature. That you would think that way. It's almost harder not to. You know what? Like it's harder to lay an egg after a performance like that than just go out there and say, "Hey, Skinner saved our asses last night. We gotta put this one up for him,
right?"
And put the pressure on. Very surprising.
780-218-9999 is how you can text us. The afternoon inbox presented by River Cree Resort and Casino. Happy hour featuring $5.25 drinks that is available Sunday to Thursday from 9 a.m. until 7 p.m. Of course, our guests joining us throughout the course of the afternoon on the Oil Country Towing video hotline. Oil Country Towing, Edmonton's most trusted 24/7 roadside rescue team. Fast, safe, and reliable for over 15 years. Whether it's a game day or a snowstorm, we work as hard as your favorite team to get you going. Call 780-986-6088 for all your towing needs. Words of the day coming up. Game 7 for the Jays Mariners coming up as well. Here's the Coop.
The Oilers have activated Jake Wallman off the injured reserve. He's been out since late September with an undisclosed injury he suffered in the preseason against the Flames. And 2 games are live right now. Kraken down 2-1 against the Flyers late in the first period. Tyson Foerster scoring the second goal for Philadelphia. We also have the Wild and Rangers notched at 1 apiece with about 3 minutes left in the opening frame. After that, the Sabres and Canadiens hit the ice. Montreal naming Jakub Dobiš, their starter. And in Vegas, Mark Stone is out week to week with a wrist injury sustained against the Flames on Saturday. Golden Knights and Hurricanes face off at 8 o'clock. In baseball, the Jays and Mariners throw down in Game 7 of the ALCS. Shane Bieber to the bump for Toronto. George Kirby, the man for Seattle. First pitch just after 6 o'clock. And early in the second quarter, Detroit leads Tampa Bay 7-0 in NFL action. Later on, the Seahawks and Texans kick off in Seattle. Catch the action with Lieutenant Eric down at Selly's Sports Bar and Lounge at Center Casino on Fort Road. The Reid Wilkins Show wraps up with Word of the Day. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
2 guys and a goalie.
If not the Oilers, the
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching the button, thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki as a ninja fighting off evil samurai.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca. Your brand deserves more than just a whisper, it deserves a buzz. At the Hive Product Marketing, they specialize in promotional products that bring the buzz. From eye-catching giveaways to unforgettable keepsakes, they got the perfect products to make your brand stand out and get noticed. Visit the Hive Product Marketing and let them create the buzz your business deserves. The Hive Product Marketing, the official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk. Visit them online at thehiveproductmarketing.com.
Looking for a winning strategy for your retirement? Contact me, Joaquin Gage at K4 Financial, where expertise meets dedication. I will always look for a careful approach to your retirement, ensuring your financial future is secure. From tailored strategies to clear, actionable advice, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Don't leave your future to chance. Get in touch with me, Joaquin Gage, today at k4financial.ca or email joaquin.gage@k4financial.ca to start planning for a brighter future and a more secure retirement.
Must you click? Your thumb. Must you click? Thumb.
Okay, we need 10 thumbs for 100 on YouTube. So if you're taking us in there, give us a thumbs up or click share. Send the show link off to somebody else and encourage them to check us out. Check out Edmonton Sports Talk. And let's get to 100 thumbs before we sign off in about 11 minutes. Of course, Edmonton Sports Talk is presented by Play Alberta. Gaming made easy anytime, anywhere with Play Alberta. You have a full casino experience right at your fingertips. Play from your phone, tablet, or computer whenever works for you. Download the Play Alberta app today. Get started with a $50 casino bonus. Just deposit $50 with the promo code EST Casino. Play smart, play local, and remember to use your game sense. Our off-topic topic for William Huff was a fun one. We had some pretty good submissions on it. Instead of the Austin Matthews Toronto Maple Leafs jersey, what jersey should have Vladdy Guerrero Jr. worn to the ballpark today? We had some pretty fun suggestions, such as Vladdy Sr., such as maybe a member of the Raptors championship team from 2019. Even some suggestions for, Carter or Alomar or those types of players who were Blue Jays.
Or a Sidney Crosby Team Canada.
Now, would he even be aware of that, though?
Who?
Vladdy, that Crosby's a Canadian
legend. Do you think
legend?
he's even aware of the Toronto Maple Leafs and
well, I don't know.
Austin Matthews? No chance. No chance. Somebody told him to do that. It's not like he's a fan of the Maple Leafs. No way.
He loves the city.
That's fine.
What did he say after the game?
I love the city?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. What, Coop? That's probably what he said.
Do we know who's throwing out the first pitch yet?
No, let's find out.
I don't know if they're going to announce it. We're probably going to be driving home when it's announced. Does it say? Probably not. I think they want to keep it a secret, don't they?
I don't know.
It wouldn't be Gibby. I'd be stunned if it was Gibby. Marco Estrada, some speculation, I think. Let me see here. Oops. I don't know. We'll see. But do you think they're waiting for the World Series guys to be in the World Series?
I think
so. Guys that actually played. So the guys that are throwing it were in the ALCS.
And Blue Jays would have home advantage.
Right, they would. They would start.
Is it still 2-3-2 for the World Series?
Yes, it's still 2-3-2. Yeah, so the World Series, if the Blue Jays win, tonight, they have home field advantage in the World Series.
I like 2-3-2. Do you think the NHL should adopt that?
No.
Why?
Because I think it makes a little more sense in baseball because they don't travel. I think in hockey, I think generally in a series, the team with home advantage should always have played more home games than the other team, or be the same.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
You see what I'm thinking?
Yeah.
No, baseball is a little different. Home field advantage isn't as pronounced. They can play every day.
I don't mind
one
it.
travel day in between. The NBA Finals did it for a long time, and then they switched to 2-2-1-1-1. The NHL did it, I want to say, in the early to mid 90s. If it was a Pacific team against a Central team, the team with home ice advantage could choose the format.
Oh, interesting.
I believe, and they could also choose to start home or away. So you could have said, "Oh, well, we had a better record, but we want the 3 home games in the middle." They could have picked that as well. I think it was something like that. Estrada is the name that's popped up. I don't know if that's true though. That's going to be fun. Maybe it is Austin Matthews throwing out the first pitch. Why would they go to hockey though, with all the good Blue Jays players they've had over the years? Wouldn't that be kind of weird?
Yeah, it would be, I think. But then again, I think that's just...
We've never thrown out a first pitch yet.
Speak for yourself.
Oh, where did you?
Oh, I haven't.
Oh, okay. We need 5 thumbs to get to 100. Don't be
Maybe
a
we
pleasure
should convince
delayer.
the Riverhawks to let the Reid Wilkins show
Both of us
with
in
Jay
tandem.
Milne throw out the first pitch.
That'd be incredible.
That'd be awesome.
That would be awesome. All right, let's do courtesy. The Edmonton Public Library, words of the day.
The word of the day with Reid and Jay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
What do they got to say?
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you.
Let's find out.
English, do you speak it? Then you know what I'm saying.
Well, you got one from your kids here. Am I getting that one first or second?
What do you want? Do you want it first or
What
second?
would they want?
They'd want it first.
Okay.
Now, I didn't...
Are they for sure listening?
Oh, probably. Yeah.
Well, Coop was listening for
Coop's
sure.
always
Coop always has it on the doggy radio.
Yeah, Coop's got his...
Doggy stream.
His wireless headphones in. This is a word they came up with.
What, they made up a word?
No, they said, Dad, I want to.
Oh, okay.
I want you to find what
like,
the word describes this.
If it's a made up word, I probably wouldn't know it.
Well, just think of what you've just been talking about. It might help you.
Okay.
Sinology. Sinology.
Sinology.
This is a noun.
Sinology. Well, I think it's one of these two that I've written down. Okay, does it start with a P?
No.
Okay.
And it doesn't start with an S.
It doesn't start with an S either.
No.
Oh, no, it doesn't start with a P?
Nope.
Sinology. Start with a T.
Nope.
Oh,
some people might pronounce it kinology.
How does it possibly start with a K?
Nope. Uh-huh.
Sign.
Oh, girls, you're really putting Reid in a headlock.
I don't know what this is. Cinology.
Nope.
That was terrible. I should get negative points for that. What a disaster.
Cynology.
Say again.
Cynology.
Okay, and this is pertaining to the color blue. Well, you said, what am I just talking about? I was talking about the Blue Jays. And I was thinking like cyan or something. I don't know. No,
Sinology. The scientific study of the dog, especially in respect to its natural history.
Holy crap. I did not know that at all. How does that? I would have thought it was like canology or caninology or something like that.
They said, Dad, we want to know,
goodness.
like someone that studies dogs. What are they called? What's a cynologist?
Wow. Okay. Well, Coop the Corgi.
They got you there. Second word of the day.
Yeah, that's big time.
Etymology.
Etymology. So another study of something.
Well, this one is pretty specific to what we do at this time of the day.
Etymology. Well, there's okay, I'll just go with the obvious spelling. Because, man, they got me. Edimology. I'm going to go 0 for today.
E-T-Y.
Oh, E-T-Y.
M-O-L-O-G-Y.
Oh, that is to do with the origin of words, the study of the origin of words. I should have spelled that correctly as well. That's a big failure on my part.
Not your best effort today,
No,
Reid.
that was horrific. I mean, 1 for 4 in baseball would be okay.
You know what? I knew that you weren't going to get Cynology right off the bat.
No, that was terrible. It was C-Y-N-O-L-O-G-Y.
Right off the bat, I knew it.
The study, and that's the study of dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. Well, because I was writing down, and I was thinking of sine, in math, there's sine, cosine, and whatever else there is. I was thinking of that.
SOHCAHTOA.
Etymology, I should have spelled it, because then once you spelled it, I knew exactly what it was.
Remember what SOHCAHTOA was?
No. Have I had it?
No, it's like sine, cosine, and tangent.
Tangent's the other one, right?
But it was SOH, COH, TOA.
Right, like a way to remember stuff.
It was like, the different, what each sine, cosine, tangent means.
Yeah.
Well, SOHCAHTOA, Reid.
Huge failure on my behalf, everybody. Hopefully the Blue Jays are much better tonight. The game starts in a little over 10 minutes. 7-0 Lions leading the Bucks. 8:41 left in the second quarter. First half of a doubleheader on Monday Night Football. All right, on behalf of Zachary Kubish and Jay Milne, I'm Reid. Enjoy your evening.